Hello. What is up, everyone? I don't know where Lo went. She was there just a momento ago. We just did a little prayer. But I'm sure she'll be right back. What is up for the people? It is episode 5 of LOL Angelz, and we have a freaking doozy for you because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on this topic and the topic of the night is basically going to be about social anxiety and agoraphobia, which is when someone has like an overwhelming fear of leaving their home. Lo in the house.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, guys. Of course, like the video, subscribe. Go ahead, Ruby. I rudely interrupted. I stepped away for 1 second. I'll really good.
But so basically, we want to start off by going over last week. We had like game-changing, amazing episode, and I cut out a clip. It was really like Jimmy and our guest Bubbles. Like we had a really good show last week, and I was really
I think last week was probably one of the best. Like it doesn't have. I looked at like our numbers, and even though our first episode did have the best numbers, personally, in my opinion, having people on who like to talk about the hardships that they have gone through in their lives and just sharing that with everyone, those are the best moments that we could possibly have. So
exactly. But anyway, so there's a lot of things on our agenda, our mental dockets. Okay.
Yeah, no, this week's a mental docket. This week's a mental docket. I was being lazy this week. I don't know what's been up, guys. I've been in, you could say, spiritual warfare, but really my body and my life has just been exhausted and tired. Okay. But I'm still here,
Dude, you show up and also you kill it like every time, but like I totally get that. I have like major waves in like my energy and my ability to function, and it drives me nuts because I make all these plans and stuff and like set up all these things when I'm in my good energy days, like and feeling social, and then like the plan comes around and then all of a sudden I'm like feeling with like dread, anxiety because I'm like I'm fucking exhausted, I'm kicked, like. So
yeah, no, it's really like when someone says you're physically like or mentally exhausted, like that shit is worse than being physically exhausted. I'd rather be physically exhausted than mentally, and that's what I have been. He said PMS is hard. Okay, guys, it is hard, but that's not even the reason. It's like there's just stuff going on in the world just affecting your energy and your life, and you have situations you go through. You can't hold it in all the time. So
exactly.
But what do we got on the agenda today, Ruby? I think
to start off, I wanted to show, despite our on and off struggles, we did find some time to see the beauty in everyday life, and Lo took a beautiful picture of this sunset that we want to share. That literally looks like, when it was in my phone, I was like, I don't remember pulling this off Google because it looks like a professional photo. And then I had a little snow moment,
like 6 something in the morning, and I like just stopped and seen it, and I literally got out of my car as I was driving just to take this photo because it was so beautiful and reminded me of God. And yeah, I was very blessed that morning, that day.
And I had a little snow moment. I don't know if this is gonna come. Very cute. Let me get rid of this.
Yeah, I think
sunset over you.
We definitely start.
Sorry, I love the sunset.
We definitely should start uploading more just photos and videos of just beautiful moments in our life, because I take a lot of photos of sunsets, sunrises, and just cute little things. So I forgot to send you more photos. Damn.
I know, so we could just upload. But I took some screenshots. I was going through some old pictures on my birthday, and this is me when I was like, I think
You,
8 or 9. Yeah,
no,
and then that's me when
you.
I was like 14 or 15. That's the whole family together. That's my mom, dad, my 2 brothers when we're all
Oh
together.
my
You
goodness,
know.
you are the exact same. You are so cute, Ruby. Wow.
And this is the other night. I did a low-key birthday because that's just, I don't do like huge celebrations that often. It's like a huge freaking ordeal. So we did something mellow, and I just went out with my parents, and it was awesome. And it was like, it just, wow, I'm already like gonna start crying because it was just, it
Oh
was
no,
nice.
'cause that's a good moment. That's so nice. That's so cute. I love that. And I
I'm
wish
just
I would
glad
upload it. Like I can send
I'm
you more.
already crying, but it's like 5 minutes in. Holy shit.
Oh no, don't cry. It was your birthday.
No,
It
I know,
was
like crying, like it
your
just
day.
happiness of like they were able to be proud of me, and like I just was in such a different place before.
Oh, you
I
don't.
didn't expect to get that emotional, but
No, it's
I'm
okay.
just
You don't
glad that
just focus
I
on the
know.
moment. You're in a good spot. You got to be with your family. You know, you
Yeah,
just
no,
went.
I'm crying like tears of fucking happiness, of joy,
Oh,
of
okay.
like I'm just so
I thought
ecstatic.
you were sad.
No, I have so much gratitude, and it's like there is
Yeah.
like a change of sadness that like things could have ever been different, but like
You're here where you are.
anyway, Giggler, Giggler's here. Giggler, I've known since I was like a child. Um, and I met her. She was friends with my older brother. They dated when they were like kids. So I met Giggler when I was like 9 or something. So she's been a family friend for a long time. She dates Cam Dog, who works at the bookstore with me. So I love
Oh,
seeing the IRL friends, but we also love seeing all the angels.
yes.
So
Hey.
much so that I felt the need to write a poem to express my gratitude and happiness.
Stop.
So
Yeah, no, we did try to write poems, guys. I want to read mine. Like it's cute, but like I've never wrote a poem, and I don't know how I feel about just me sharing. Like I don't know, but
it's if you want to, I'll go. I made like a little, and I uploaded the visual of it because it's also so. I don't know when Valentine's Day is, but I think it's like it's in a couple days. So next episode is going to be after it. So I was like, all right, I'll do like a Valentine's Day card for the audience just to show that like even though it's like a small growing community, but it means the world that there's just like-minded people, and it just feels good to be having so many positive things and like having things go well and my family being happy and my friends being happy, and it's just it's awesome. So anyway, I made this little and I wrote a poem on it. And I made when I was little, I used to draw these like heart people that had like it was just like a heart with like arms and like legs. Hold on, let me take this comment down so you see it.
with the little halos.
It says, once upon a time, just a few months ago, I got an idea for a LOL Angelz show. Lo was on board, said, let's center the Lord, and we'll make the rest up as we go. Now every week is better than last. My emotional outbursts are a thing of the past. Now I'm perfectly happy 24/7. Just kidding. That's only possible in heaven.
Oh, good job, Ruby. I love this. Poetry. Yes, we are poets. Do I want to read mine?
Dude, I liked it. I think it's really sweet. You wrote like I mean, just the fact that you wrote a poem for like the show in chat, like I think you might just have to, honestly. I said I wasn't gonna push you on it, and now I'm switching up on you and I'm pushing you on it. But it's totally up to you. Like we don't have.
No, you're good. It's just on my computer. I'm gonna get it on my phone so I don't have to read it off of here. What am I doing? Sharing.
And what is up, chat? I love seeing like a blend of like my IRL and online friends. Because that was another thing we were gonna touch on at some point in the episode. We broadly wanted to talk about social anxiety, but also like having like relationships adult. Like what do like adult friendships look like? Like I'm curious for chat, like how many close friends do you have? How often do you see them? What's normal with that? Because sometimes I wonder if I'm like pushing people away too much or like not putting myself out there enough. And I'm like, why am I avoiding that? Like, is it my anxiety or like, it's it's hard to say. And then agoraphobia, I think especially it's been something I know a lot of people have had a huge struggle with post-pandemic, because you get used to, like, and this happened to me when I worked from home. I became agoraphobic because nothing was drawing me out of the house, so I slowly just went out less and less and less
Stop.
until all of a sudden just
You're frozen, Ruby. It's gonna be a minute, guys, but I got my little poem that I wrote for you. I don't know if I want to read it, but I'm going to anyways. It's fine. Kevin said, I don't have any adult friends. I don't have any friends. It's worse to think they used to be family. And I feel that, Kevin. I have a few friends, but the more I become older and older, you know, they are there less and less. So, but Ruby, you cut out whatever you were saying.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying, but well, yeah, I was asking about. Well, there was two dimensions I was curious to talk to people about, which is like we were like right before we went live. Remember, we were just saying like how in some ways like an online friendship is almost like can feel closer, like more real than an IRL.
Oh yeah,
one.
it absolutely can. Just because I feel like personally, like you can talk to online friends more and in a maybe more comfortable way, maybe because they don't know you in person and they can feel like real. I mean, because they are real friendships, but they definitely feel like real friendships too. Because I've made some good ones off the line, not just like over YouTube, but over the years. You know how even just like guys meet other guys on the game and then they'll be game buddies for 15 years. Like I have some people like that where I know them. But I think that the online friends versus real friends, I mean, it can really be both. Like people can hate you online and outside of line, or like you can just make friends everywhere you go. And even though I feel like I could make friends in real life, but people are like weirder in real life. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could talk to someone over the internet, but in person they could be something totally different. So I don't know. It's a lot that goes into like meeting friends offline, online, and I just would rather not. So
yeah, I just can never tell if like it's normal because a lot of the times like I just kind of want to be on my own. But I think that also stems from like I started having severe anxiety when I was 11, around the time of like the 9/11 attacks. I like started getting severe panic attacks. Severe, my social anxiety was going crazy. I couldn't even go to the grocery store, and eventually I had to be out of school. I couldn't go back to school, and then I was just homeschooled for a couple of years in total isolation, which has made everything worse. So I got more isolated. I got weirder and weirder. And then I went back to school to make friends, and I was bullied tremendously because I went back this weird kid. I just cut off all my hair. I was alternative.
You cut off all your hair too? Stop, guys. I shaved my head bald. No. Literally.
Are you serious?
I know. Shocker.
What?
It was bad. But we can go
through. That's so funny. I didn't shave, but I did like it was only the bangs and then this like boy, like short, like
it was like short. Yeah, that Justin Bieber cut. No, my shit was bald, like fucking M&Ms or something. Like it was bad.
What inspired it? That's such a I don't know.
Okay, we can tell. I can tell that story, but let me read my little poem first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So I titled the poem, guys, and like I said, this is my first time ever writing a poem, like trying to actually write a poem. So it's called Angelz because, of course, you guys are our angels. So welcome, angels. It's glad to see you. Or it's grand to see you. See, I'm already fucking up. Thank you for lending me your ears. I want to say you're also extraordinary. It delights me that you're here. Thank you for the love, support, and endless cheers. Ruby and I want to give you kudos for all the things that you do. The liking and subscribing, even watching some moments that aren't so exciting. But regardless, you're here for it all, which says a lot. Our angels rock. They're shining and shimmering. You almost made me forgot. I need to tell you guys something exciting. Ruby, hurry up and go get the chalk. Write this down. LOL angels are moving and we're not going to stop. And it's all because of you guys. I love you guys. LOL angels.
Dude, I'm so glad you read. I'm so glad you read that. Because it's like, I don't know. We do feel a genuine appreciation for, the community we're building. It's small, but considering like we've only started this show a month ago, we already have a very active Discord, which is free to join. We don't do like the paid Discord thing. It's just open community space. And we do have some rules. We want to like kind of dissuade like excessive trolling for reasons like right before the show started, I actually for 5 minutes thought Princess was dead.
Oh, yeah, no, where's Quadratic? Because he's the one who said it, and then was like, "Oh, sorry guys for scaring you." Like,
okay, but like,
I didn't even know what was going on until Ruby told me in the background. But Princess is alive. He is well. Everything's fine.
yes, he's not dead. So, before anyone freaks out like I did for like a long 5 minutes, I was like, because, okay, so Quadratic said something in chat like Prawn is dead. And I was like, what the fuck? Because that's how you find out when someone dies online. It's a weird way. It would be something weird like that. So then I go to his Discord and Darius says, unironically, Princess is dead. And then says nothing else.
Have you ever had these?
No, but I love Oreos.
Everybody knows that this is my favorite snack in the whole world. I am an avid supporter of Oreo Cakesters. So anyway, sorry.
Dude, okay, don't worry about Quadratic. We're not actually mad at you. Darius is who I'm mad at. So don't worry. That is all you just repeated what was like on the Discord, which was what Darius fucking said. Like, unironically he's dead.
We should like have him up here to explain what he's done.
Cam Dogs? Woof! Woof! Dude, Cam Dog in the house. Cam Dog and Giggler. This is Cam Dog who I work with at the bookstore. He's the man. Boogie's raging. Dude, we could touch on the lol cow stuff too, because I know there's like some crossover audience. Oh, wait, I didn't finish my story, but anyway, as reasonable people might assume, Darius was joking about Princess being dead, but like there was no context given. It was just like Princess is unironically dead. And I was like, I don't know, he could be. And I was like, I need to find out if he's dead before the show. So I call him.
That would have been wild to believe. I couldn't have believed that. Like, if someone would have told me that, I would have been like, where's the proof? Because
but when I called him, there was no answer. So that's when I was like actually getting scared, And then Darius is like, no, he broke his back. Like, but I was like upset. It doesn't take much to make me cry. You saw 5 minutes into this, we looked at a picture of my family and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, I was like, damn, that would have really, really sucked. But you never know who you're going to lose next. It's always random the way it feels like when someone online, like I've known content creators who've died and it's just like, it sucks. And then it's another dimension of the online friendship thing, It's like, I don't know. I just think there's I haven't seen it.
I know.
Monty's back too. Dude, everyone is in the house.
I told Monty, like, her voice is so soft and delicate. She could like read me bedtime stories. Like, I'm such a voice person. I don't know. Like, when I just hear people's voice, I'm like, yeah, you have that nice, soft, amazing, beautiful voice, Monty. But I think for now we should. I can't get to the story about me shaving my head maybe later, but I think that we should, call some people out. Shout out to the chat really quick, and then do our daily or scripture of the day, and then we can get to. Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good.
But yeah,
oh yeah.
No, you're good. I was gonna say Monty obviously was our first shout out. Shout out to Romano, Napstar's in the building. He said, "I'm glad you're subbed." Of course. Kevin, Polly, BB.
Romano, who just hit 1K. Guess who's hitting 1K next? This bitch. You. But I'm saying you're going to hit it next. He just hit 1K.
Oh, he did it. Oh, congratulations, Romano. For a 1K is hard to hit, guys. I mean, I am halfway there, which is pretty exciting, but I hope it comes sooner rather than later. For sure. And I think so too. But Salmet, Giggler, of course, King TL, Gamer of the Dam, Quadratic, Eric, Cam Dog, Annan. what is this Killer Tony or Kidder Tony? I don't know what it is.
I actually have never tried to pronounce it. I think I say like
Killer Tony. I think it's Killer Tony. I'm not sure. But shout out to you. Stevie, of course, Sneaky Boy Productions, OPC Don.
I know everyone's asking. What is it? Oh, also TK. Anything look familiar? Not to be sexy, but like I don't know if I've seen him since.
No, the jeans are giving Ruby the whole outfit. The cropped, yes, the bodysuit with the jeans.
This is the bodysuit. Came in the mail. I love this. And I'm
Mhm.
always fucking with like my pants here. So now it's just tucked in. And along with this bodysuit, I
I love
also
them.
got
I love the bodysuit. The bodysuit is so cute. I mean,
we also got
this is like a romper that I have on and whatever. So I feel it with cause guys, like I'm so tired of shirts and I'm tired of shirts like rolling up. I want to wear like a romper or a bodysuit with everything. Fucking fuck
it's a
that.
lifestyle.
It's a
I'm
lifestyle.
converting to this new lifestyle. But also, chat, we got a bunch of hats, and they're all blank. I did like a prototype kind of like, I don't know, guys, because this is a budget merchandise, okay? And I was trying to replicate. I found a hat at the thrift store downtown, and it already had like an embroidered A.
I kind of like the light pinks.
I know I like the coloring, but I think I like the red Sharpie more than the black Sharpie.
Yeah,
I think it's what do you think, chat?
You'll have to either order some or you'll have to send me some so we can do like half and half of just like your writing, my writing, or shit. When we do our life, we can sign them together and then ship them off. That would be dope.
Oh my god, that would be perfect. But ultimately, we want to upgrade. But it just says "LOL Angelz," and it has like our app on it. You know?
Right,
And I've been wearing it like at the bookstore.
The wings are on the side too, though.
Yes, like little fucking wings here. Like
because once we really get into like the designs, I feel like we would be able to make a good lot. Like we don't necessarily have to have like an embroidery machine or something like that, or even a sewing machine. But you can do simple hand sews of like we can make our own little logo or design, even though I already made mine, but something simple like LOL Angelz simple. And fucking, you know how what do they have? You know, like those embroidery patches that you can buy that you basically like heat on?
Yes.
Those two.
Yes. Exactly. So maybe, I don't know, if they just want to cover the cost of the hat plus shipping, we can also do like personalized. But anyway, hats are in the works. So like they've arrived. We're trying to keep things moving forward. And yeah, and Z Star's back, another online friend who I was like totally spiritually deflated when they left the internet for like a couple days, but only because they left the Discord like and there was no like warning. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, wow, why am I like this? Like, you know, like maybe I'm just not cut out for the internet.
And I've seen King TL. I did get your blanket material, so I will be making it this week. I'll be getting into contact with you. Obviously you let me have free reign on it. I already picked out what was gonna be your style. I could have picked something. I was trying to see other people, like I was on live doing it and I asked people what you were into, but nobody gave me a straight answer. So I just went what I thought you would go or you would like the best. So hopefully you like it.
So I also wanted to show, this is a picture of a snowman. Someone made this like right by my house. I totally forgot to show that picture. But I wanted to pull up, maybe if you want to pull up one of the videos I sent you, there's like a shorter one. Or, we didn't even say, wow, I'm so bad at this. Your friend, we have a guest who's coming on. Sorry,
she should be coming on. I am not like 100% sure. I'm just gonna text her and ask her.
Okay. So I pulled up 3 different videos we can look at. One of them is about creating meaning in your life with lessons from Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, a book that like, yeah, I read it and I've been like freaking out about it for like a month, but it's a very, very profound and popular book for a reason. So I found a video that connected to that and about different ways to create meaning in your life. Because ultimately that's like the end goal, you know, is to try to find and create deep, meaningful things in your life. And part of that I think has to do with like watching the stuff we consume and the things we watch like for entertainment. Because a lot of people watch dark things for entertainment. I just feel like it goes like right.
Yeah, people like that for the brain. But also before we do the video, let's read or I'm gonna read the scripture. Scripture of the day for you guys. Hold on. Because,
Yeah.
I got the scripture there, then I have like the little definition that I put into it. So the scripture of the day is Proverbs 3:5-6, and it's trust in the Lord with all your heart and lead not into your own understanding. In all the ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So the text begins with trust in the Lord with all your heart. This is a call for complete and unwavering faith in God, leaving no room for doubt and hesitation. It involves a deep and sincere belief in God's wisdom, sovereignty, and goodness. It requires surrendering one's own will and desires to God and submitting to his divine will for one's life. Trusting in the Lord with all one's heart means having complete confidence in his ability to guide, provide for, and protect his people. The second half of the verse warns against leaning on one's own understanding. Instead of relying on your own limited understanding, the passage advised believers to place their trust in God's unfailing wisdom and understanding. This requires humility, acknowledging that God's wisdom far surpasses our own and being willing to yield to his guidance. The subsequent verse, in all the ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths, further emphasizes the importance of acknowledging God in every aspect of one's life. The phrase in all thy ways encompasses every area of one's life, whether it be in relationships, work, decisions, or a day-to-day activity. The promise of God directing our paths provide hope and assurance to those who faithfully trust in him. As believers internalize and apply these principles, they will experience a transformation of God's wisdom and guidance in their lives. And amen to that. Because facts, no, guys, that is like I want to say that's one of the first scriptures that I actually memorized by heart, because I had to remind myself very, very often that what I know is little compared to obviously God or even just people on earth. And I shouldn't really follow what my brain says, because your brain is often wrong, very, very often. So it's better to just God's understanding.
And we're always having like so many compounding like influences on us. Like one of the prayers I do often is like I bring all of my doubts, and it's like if you're questioning your belief, like I am still like unsure of my total beliefs, but like I just go to God with that doubt and I say like I still struggle with this doubt, but then I feel close to God and all of a sudden it makes sense again. And like I've been having this like push-pull experience, but I found a lot of success in feeling connected to God by just praying and just being dead ass honest, like
I know
where I'm at.
So much better to be honest with him, doesn't it? Because it's like he already knows what you're thinking. He already knows what you're going through. So the fact that you like try to sit there and like hold back things like he doesn't already know, it's kind of like insulting in a way if you think about it. It's like, why not just be upfront and honest with me when I'm the only person that's going to accept you for who you are?
Yeah, and I'm often praying to like, because I struggle with bad impulses. My will has brought me to death. Like going my way brought me as close to death basically as one can get. And, it's by the grace of God that, I was spared from that. But so it's hard to know what influence to follow, what information to follow. But I've found a lot of success in my life by just praying, like, make my will your will, God. Make these things align. Make your will my will so I can execute your will, and be on the same page about this. Like I'm opening myself
I
up.
Ask him for that every single day. Literally, I ask him for that every single day. And it also comes with obedience too, because even though you want all of those things in your life, you can't have them without reading the word. So, and I'm talking to myself with that one too. I slack on it a lot. And I try to memorize the ones that I do know, so I have some type of word in my life, and I read my daily devotional. But just actually sitting down and understanding the Bible is actually very hard. So it's like a back and forth kind of battle. And I don't really have the medicine. Nobody has the medicine for, it's an endless battle, honestly. And I can't give you guys an answer of what to fix with that. So sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by Z-Star's comment, or but yeah, Z-Star was going through some heavy shit too. And Giggler, quite frankly, Jesus, take the wheel.
Literally.
But I would also recommend for the people who are like agnostic, it depends like where you start. Like I really started by connecting with the poetic side of the Bible. And that's also reignited a general interest in me for things like poetry and art that I kind of like pushed away from myself because I thought they were like pretentious and elitist.
Right.
But I'm trying to just own an appreciation for beauty is good. And when you orient yourself in your life towards beauty, towards goodness, towards God,
And let's start
everything else
ask,
matters.
what if you're a Satanist? Honestly, like thinking about that type of question, obviously, there are people out there that don't believe in God and they believe in what they believe in. And even my advice, like, would still kind of be along the same lines. Like, I guess I personally am not taking God out of the equation, but if you needed to take God out of the equation because that's not what you believe in, like, the principles of just doing good things still make you feel better, so it all still applies. Like the good things that we talk about, to change your life and make your situations better, like maybe, okay, if we're taking out the Bible too, just speaking good into your life, that's automatically going to make you feel better. Treating people right, that's going to bring goodness or karma, if you believe in that, back into your life, good karma. Or it's really just anything. Like, I feel like just because you might not believe in God or you might not believe in the Bible, all of the things that like the Bible talks about, if you apply them to your life, even without him in it, they're still going to improve your life. So either which
Yeah,
way.
if you engage in like pro-social behavior, a lot of these messages, the overwhelming message like in the Bible is one of loving kindness, love your neighbor as yourself, and just living that way in general is in harmony with human instincts. There's a reason why these traditions and like scriptures have been passed down for like thousands of generations. It like aligns with something about human nature, and it makes sense, for people. But Satanism, I went through a phase of being like, that's, wanting to be like curious about that. And like, I like thought satanic like imagery was like pretty cool and edgy. And I even had an upside down cross tattooed on my arm, like really small though, just from like a drunk tattoo night, as one does when you're stupid.
Let me see.
But I got it covered up with a.
Oh yeah,
with
you
a
did tell us that. You did tell us that.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Christ
Ruby,
is
yeah. Thank goodness.
king.
Thank goodness.
Bro, I
No, I
know.
this guy that got like 666 tatted on his arm, and he got that shit covered up too because he found God and he realized like what he had done to his body. And I feel that's way somewhat about like my tattoos, because obviously everyone knows that I have like Naruto's tattoo and some other tattoos, and even though it's fake and it's a show, like just the representation behind what the tattoo is, obviously it's about some kid with a demon inside of him. Like it makes me low-key want to get my tattoos covered up too, because I'm like, I don't fuck with that. But at the same time,
Right?
I don't know, that's a whole nother discussion topic that like I don't even want to think about. Like I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my.
that could be like a whole freaking episode right there. Just like all of that, because that's another reason why I stopped watching like Lolcow Live. They kept doing like the tarot cards. I was getting like legit freaked out. But I also wanted to mention the Lolcow Queens because I think they've been going. Well, first off, it's been deranged and too far for a while, in my opinion. How far they push Becky and Tina with the, like shaving her eyebrows, eating cat food. And now I turned on that show the other day and they had Becky holding a sign that says I spread for bread at her local Walmart outside in the freezing cold. Keem, how is this entertainment, my dude? Like,
I'm
it's
not even
entertainment.
that's
It's
not
twisted.
funny, but that's funny. That's not funny, but that's funny.
But I just like
just the way you said spread whatever for bread. Like just the way you said it, like that is
I
funny.
know it
But
is like
it's very just demoralizing, and someone shouldn't, like, it doesn't, like, yes, the blame falls on Keemstar because he's making those people do it, but at the same time, I'm not even like blaming him to the fullest because that grown ass person got out there and did that themselves. So
exactly, it's everyone involved. It just like it's not I don't hold anyone specifically to account. It's just like, what is the vision? What are we like? It just seems to be fully shock, degradation, humiliation show. Like, is that just what the show is? There's no love, there's no fun, there's no topics. It's just yelling, degradation, punishment, humiliation. Give me money. That's it. Like,
I mean, I think that's what has probably gotten them to making all of their viewers and all of their money to this point. So that's what they're working with, and they're going to continue to do that.
Well, apparently, that wasn't Keemstar's thing. Like, at first, he linked up with the kid behind a camera, and he's the one who came from the Angry Grandpa channel, which was a huge channel, I guess, supposedly. I mean, it was. They have like millions of subscribers. I hadn't heard of it though until
Right.
the show, but that show is very much scripted humiliation
Wait,
content.
but okay, so you said I was watching your live the other day though, and what Keemstar wants you back?
Oh, well, he mentioned something. He mentioned the Discord because I had been less active because I can't get into like that stuff. But he was like, "Yo, where's Ruby been at?" So I like came in and popped in, and
Everyone
I like
just wanted to make sure you were alive, you know.
I think sometimes people are literally like, "Yo, did she die?" Because like it's like it's scary to think and dark, but I'm sure that crosses people's minds at points. But so I started talking on the Discord again. We're going back and forth and being like friendly, and they were having people fill in for like Lolcow Queens. And one of the nights, Keem was just like, "Oh, you should call in," because I wanted to defend Zay Zooted because Tina was just shitting all over her, and Zay Zooted hosted the show and was getting shit on by the audience, by Tina, by a kid behind a camera while she's making them money, not getting paid. So she sat there and made Tina money, but then like Tina's mad at her for it because she wasn't getting a cut. So I don't know. I thought so. I went up to say my piece on that. So that was my recent like Lolcow Queens appearance, was fairly brief. But I popped in. It was on my birthday, actually. That's when I went on.
So what, you went up there and you defended her, and how was their take on you?
Yelling, horror, crack horror, the usual, Tina doesn't communicate as a person. Brantley is cool. Brantley was fine, but
yeah, no, Brantley
will not, Yeah, Brantley's super sweet. I actually like her.
I don't want you to get back into that, Ruby. I don't want you to get back into that because it's just bad. Like they're the things that they say to people, that's not what you need to be hearing. No one needs to be hearing those. But
and especially now that we've been focusing and everyone like clowns on positivity, but it's like, it's made a real substantial difference in my life and like my ability to control my outbursts. I think there's been a huge difference just in a month, and it's because
me too.
It's and I think it really has to do with this project, and it's just reshifting my focus even more away from the drama and all the bullshit and just towards things that are good in this world. Like I'm done hate watching shit. I want to watch shit that I love. Like the whole focusing on what you hate all the time.
Just like it's all that has been happening for you, but it's also, I feel like, for our viewers, like I feel like some people get fucking tired of just seeing someone like screaming all the time or hating on someone, judging someone. Like we're just over here to talk about the hardships of life and the goodness of life, like that can be exhausting to hear too, don't get me wrong, but that's why we do it once a week, because we got to bring in just the realness, the positivity, and get you guys that dose of actual like whatever it is your soul is yearning for, because it's not LOL cow or whatever universe angel. Hey, LOL angels. Yes,
that's why I took a step back. But like part of me likes, like I would never do any of the shows. A couple of people were like, "Why didn't you audition for Mafia Milkers?" And my answer was, "I don't want to. Why would I want to do that?" Like that's the opposite.
I mean, I honestly,
when I auditioned for Lolcow Queens, the show hadn't started yet. I didn't know. I had no idea it was going to go that direction so hard. I thought they might do a softer like direction for women. I thought he was going to try to build a female audience, but like
honestly, I thought that too when I first seen it. But once I seen that, I think I watched like one of the last episodes, because I told you guys like I stopped watching that shit. Like I couldn't take it anymore. But one of the last episodes that I watched was Glammy going in there, and like she even was cussing and yelling back at like Becky and Tina or whoever she was arguing with. And I was just like, okay, so basically this show is going to be the same thing. And I have not seen one episode of Mafia Milkers, and I probably will never watch one. So
I haven't watched an episode yet either, just because I'm already falling off on Lolcow Queens like almost entirely. I checked the other night because I'm like periodically checking it just as like from a curiosity standpoint, and then I don't know, I think I'm okay with like being a part of that community in so much as like popping in every once in a while with like strict boundaries. But no, I would never do any of those shows. It's just so the opposite. But I have so much gratitude for that whole experience, because that's what inspired LOL Angels. Was that, and I was inspired by wanting to do something the opposite of what they were doing. And I feel like we are
Yeah,
doing
so
that.
even with that, we can find the beauty within LOL Cal. Like it
There's so many
inspired us to do
lessons.
something better. Not something better, like what they're doing, it's not wrong, but it's just like it gets tiring, it gets exhausting. I know it, they know it for sure. Like Becky, you can tell even just the energies that people give off on the screen, you can just see it throughout. Like I know you're tired, Becky. You've been working for 5 days a week the last fucking couple months.
She disappeared for 4 days. That's why that's why she's getting punished, but every episode is a punishment. And like if anytime people talk normally, like and start connecting, Keem is like, this is boring. It's like, whoa, let this build for a second.
When conversation is actually like going and flowing and rolling, something always pops up to make more drama. And it's like, can we at least have just a breather for a second? Like we've been arguing for 2 months straight, guys. Come on now. Let's tone it down two notches. But at the same time, like I feel like I said, they do have their viewers. They have like the people who watch them. So obviously, like what they're doing is working for them. So
but it's like hate watchers, but that's an audience. It's just like I can't imagine trying to build a brand that hate watchers because they're not going to be like loyal viewers. It's not going to be a quality like not all subscribers are created equally,
100%.
Like
that's always true. That's why I hope, like, obviously we're gonna get who we get in here, but I feel like most of our audience and our community, they're pretty good. They want some positivity. That's why they're here, obviously, guys.
Absolutely, and I've already seen so much growth.
I know. Well, first of all, I know there's like the differences in like sun and like moon signs and your a regular sign, but I'm not into
like regular.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not into astrology. I don't believe in astrology or zodiac, but I'm a Taurus. I know what I am. I just don't believe in it. But yeah, I'm just a Taurus, April baby.
Killerton, I get the idea of like a show like Jerry Springer. I get it. I'm just saying it's not what I view as a good show for like people, for society, for the people in it, for the people paying for it. I just think there's a better way to make content that doesn't involve that. But, I mean, it does find success and if it bleeds, it sells or whatever. It's like people, it's a human thing to want to click the thing that's like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And it's so easy.
I get the point of the show, but just because that's the point of the show, like, doesn't really make it that entertaining.
But like you guys,
the same thing could be said about our show. So it's like, I'm not talking shit. It's just not my cup of tea.
I am talking shit a little bit, but like ultimately at the end of the day, I don't have any ill will towards any of them. Actually, I find Keemstar to be quite endearing and like personal interaction. But I don't have issues with how he does the show. I have issues.
Keemstar as an individual, like his individual self, if you were just talking to him like on the street, he seems like he would be a cool person. But just I guess I'm not like I don't know how 100% he runs his show, just whatever he's doing in the background and how he comes up with these ideas to make his employees do what they do and like talk about what they talk about. It won't comprehend in my life.
A future lawsuit, like I don't know, man. Like I just feel like it seems like a situation that's gonna like implode or explode. But then it's like when you're a drama-based entertainer, it's good if it fucks up. It's good if it explodes. What a horrible incentivizing system there. Like, oh, if you do something bad, that's good. We love it. Here's money. Be bad. Be worse. Be crazier.
But a lot of
yay.
That's what people are hoping for, though. Like, that's what people want.
They do, but they also want something more than that. Absolutely. Like, I do think that there's definitely a demographic of people who want the opposite of that and want to participate like in a show like our show or our community, which has, already developed into its own entity. People are like posting their art, their songs. We have another fucking song that was like made for us.
Can you show it? I haven't heard it yet.
Yes, I should have pulled this up early. Oh my god. But it came out for my birthday, but MDX, I don't know if he's in the audience right now. I always forget the numbers on his name, but he made where did I
Oh, shout out to MDX for real. He made the first one, so he made a second one. Yeah, no, I want to hear it for sure.
Yes, he made our theme song. Let me. What was it? Ruby Spacecraft. I just know how to find the channel this way. I don't know why sometimes it's hard to find channel. It's MDX1, MDX-1 underscore beats. So he made our theme song. Oh wait, let me show the screen over here. Present. Yeah. So I love our theme song. I think he just nailed.
I love our theme song. I love our theme. You even put in the pictures, everything, the transitions, everything is perfect.
I think I could make it a little longer still, because the full song he gave us is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We could have like a longer intro, because sometimes it feels like it cuts off too abruptly, but let's see.
Yeah.
Hopefully this audio works.
Yeah, this is our first one.
Oh, Lol Angels in the house. If I was a rodent, they might call me a mouse. So I'm a top. All down on me like you ain't got a shot. That's all for me, but I won't time. I always put time, because I'm doing all the time. Time in the gym, time in Bible study. When I'm out with her, she's perfect fucking buddy.
Okay. So let me see the new one.
Spontaneous bars. So he made us a new song. Let me play the new song. It's a very different vibe. I like it. Maybe we can I'll do like an edited outro and use this one for that. It's totally different.
This is definitely an outro,
right? Or like, I also use like background music for videos, but I just think it's so cool that
like it's giving just like some like jazz, blues, instrumental back in like the 60s, 70s, 80s. I like that. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
Shout out to MDX. Salute to you. Yeah. You are absolutely amazing.
Let me pull up the other video, since it looks like my audio is working, which is cool when that happens. I don't know why sometimes on StreamYard it just like doesn't work. All right, let me go to the messages, pull up this video. So there's like 2 videos I wanted to watch that are like really short, like animations that I felt like kind of captured anxiety, and then we can watch the video about meaning. It's called 4 Keys to Your Life's Meaning with Dr. Viktor Frankl, An Antidote to Despair. Oh, and then if your friend, I'm not sure if your friend is
she hasn't texted me back yet. I'm not sure.
Oh. Well, that's fine, because we have plenty of shit to watch, and then we can open up the panel in a little bit. So ain't no worries about that. Let me pull this. I'm very slow at this. God, I hate everything.
And what else? Oh yeah, guys, Friday is Valentine's Day. So yeah. Ruby, I was thinking about doing a stream. Do you have to work Friday?
I'm not working, but I might be helping. Like sounds. Oh my god. There's many sounds going on. What?
What'd you say?
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
Because if you don't work, I was thinking maybe we can.
Sorry, my YouTube is going crazy. Oh my god! Emotional outburst. Sorry, I just like was trying to open this video, and I was like, I remembered I sent it to you in Discord, so I was like going to the Discord messages. It starts playing in the Discord message, then it starts playing in another tab, and then the other video starts playing. So all of a sudden I have 3 different fucking videos in my ear. Anyway, that was a slight emotional outburst, but it was at YouTube and the internet, so yes, we are all good. But this is a video. It's called Agoraphobia, and it's by this creator who does awesome animations. Every video I watched on her channel is good, but this is only 2 minutes, and then she has one other that I want to watch, and maybe we can react to that, and then watch the meaning video. I think it's a rough game plan.
Hi, Claire.
Hi.
I don't get see any buttons.
I think this whole thing is cutting out, Ruby. And the whole video.
What's happening?
The video cut out and you cut out. So
no.
you get to hear it.
Now,
Why is my internet so terrible?
that's not you.
Try.
Claire is my best friend. I talked to her
Try starting
the
over.
most.
I think it was my internet cut out because everything was going weird. Oh, but yeah, I'll start over. Let me start over.
No, you're good.
Hi, Claire. I don't get out to see anybody at all. I still have that foundational, intense desire for human connection.
It's like I don't know what's going
That's
on.
not for
but
you.
it's
Maybe
not-
you can you try pulling up the video?
Yeah.
I don't know why there's
I'll-
always issues on my end. It's
okay,
like
I'll-
always something when I pull up a video. It's a disaster.
No, you're totally good. I'm gonna pull it up.
You know, I feel it's a live production. You know what's the worst is when I played in bands, like we'd set up and it's a punk show, we're all like, yeah. And like if there's a technical issue, like it would be like the longest like silence of like me just standing there holding my bass and like a group of 50 people just like staring at me. You know, because they're just waiting for like the stuff to come back on, and it just like, yeah, those are fun times.
All right, I got this up.
All right, hopefully it works on yours. I don't know why everything is hard.
No, you're so good. Look at that gay meter, 92%. Whoa.
Ah!
Sorry, guys.
I don't get out to see anybody at all. I still have that foundational, intense desire for human connection. Now for you. That's not for you. Claire is my best friend. I talk to her the most. I hang out with her the most on small walks. I definitely give her the most belly rubs out of anybody in my life.
I need a dog.
I think I was born with agoraphobia because I remember as a toddler looking up at the sky, worrying about gravity not working and me just getting sucked up. And when I look up, all these feelings immediately rush into the feeling of being unstable, the feeling of intense dizziness, the feeling of lightheadedness. I was walking down the main street in my neighborhood. This woman was talking on the phone, and she said, "Steve and I can't really do the 17th. Can you do the 19th?" This small detail of this person's life just reminded me how she has her own unique life experience. She has her own life. And of course, instead of capitalizing on this moment of existential wonder by going home to write some dense essay with a lot of big words in it about how insane so many people exist in the world, and I just have my own little small experience. Instead of doing that, I had a panic attack. I've been diagnosed with clinical depression, general anxiety disorder, panic attack disorder, ADHD, I'm forgetting one. Oh, and agoraphobic disorder. Going to the dog park, going to the dog park, going to the dog park. Me and Claire Bear, always and forever, going to the dog park.
Anyway, it was just like a short little thing, and then the next video is just like 41 seconds long.
No, you're good.
But-
that was interesting. I kind of was like confused in the beginning, but I started to get it a little more that I started to watch it.
I mean, it's pretty much just like him kind of randomly explaining his thought process throughout the day. And I found bits of it pretty relatable, like just things that I think about. And also, like, I have a lot of random, like physical health things that'll come up that I think are very much influenced by my anxiety. Like just feeling woozy, weak, lightheaded, brain fog.
I definitely get that a lot. My brain fog, it's definitely gotten better over, I would say, the last year, I would say. But before that, for the past 3 years, before a year ago, I had the worst brain fog ever. I could barely even remember what I'm supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis. I just feel fogged going and talking to people through my relationships, just through life period. And that I understand that was very hard. But I don't
Did anything
really
help with it, or it just went away? How did you deal with that?
I mean, I started to get more into God and more into like getting to know myself. So I knew some of the things that were making me like making my mind clouded. I needed to stop doing them. So, let's just take like sex, for example. Obviously, taking that outside of my life helped my mind cleared a little bit. And I'm taking out smoking and like, okay, we'll take secular music. I stopped listening to most music in general. I do listen to like modern day Christian music, I guess you could say, or just like music that I find about God. And that has helped me clear my mind and just the aspect of not seeing the world in such a lustful way, clearing the thoughts.
Well, yeah, you're protecting your input. You're
protecting
very
how I view others, thinking like making sure and like catching myself if I judge others, things like that. And that's like how it cleared up my mind, I guess.
Yeah, I had I've struggled with the brain fog, and it's one of my more the symptoms I dread the most, because that triggers my social anxiety, because my biggest fear is like I don't want to accidentally insult someone, which I blabber the craziest shit out of my mouth, so it happens. But like that's always my worst fear, is that people are gonna think I'm acting weird because of them, or like I don't know.
Yeah, but it's really like it's really ourselves and what we're feeling inside. I think so personally.
Yeah, definitely. It made like a huge difference though. Like my spiritual journey and like opening up to that world I've just found it healing like from the inside out. Like every element of it just feels very connected to my physicality. But yeah, if you want to play the video, it's kind of reminds me of like what it feels like to have social anxiety.
Hey, there you are. Hi, I'm Shelly, the social interaction snail. Would you like assistance navigating the You admitted 8 counts of antisocial behavior this week. Refusal to accept help will result in a... Are you okay? Uh-oh. You're already behaving weird as fuck. Better say something quick. Here are some suggestions.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just tired. What's going on with you? You can tell me. I got in
You weren't supposed to take that claim at face value.
Huh. I remember mine. Yeah, fine.
Uncomfortable encounter avoided. You just won 3 social credits?
Hey, that kind of is a good representation, because there's like so many options, and I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Hold on one second.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't know. Sometimes I deal with a lot of interactions like that, like just trying to navigate life, because there's so many like micro situations and interactions that you have to navigate and make these micro choices over and over. And I feel like that's why I avoid things, because I get stressed out by like choices and demands, and I don't know. That always
Absolutely. And Danny, you said you need to get high ASAP. I'm actually not smoking this episode, guys. It was my own personal
Bravo! Awesome. Great inspiration for me. I did smoke it already.
Here I am listening to you guys. I'll stop smoking so much on camera. How about that?
These need to stop. I don't know. I'm gonna write out some of my high level goals. Like I need to do that, and then like some more achievable goals, because there's so much I have to do to build my life back up. Like, get my driver's license, or go see these doctors I have to see, and do all this shit that I get overwhelmed by all of it. And I just get really avoidant and shut down.
But I think what I was gonna say was just about that video. Like, it's a good representation of just anxiety, because when you're just like out in public, like I don't know if anyone else's mind works like this, but mine does. And it's just like if somebody says something to me, like it'll happen in that quick like millisecond, but it will feel like forever. But you have like these just options of like, oh, what could I can say? And then you're thinking of like, okay, if I say this, what are they gonna say back to that? And then I'm gonna have to start this whole conversation of that. So maybe I should say this. And like how they put like, oh, you got 3 social points. Like that's how it really is. Cause it's like when you say the right thing, you just feel so accomplished too. Cause it's like, damn, okay, I got out of this conversation safely. I don't have to talk too much where I don't have to, and they don't feel like bad or feel like I was uninterested in what they were saying. Like that's how my brain kind of works. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. It's exhausting for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes I find myself thinking too much about like like what my relaxed face is, like just, and all these things, you know, can get, there's another element like in live streaming where it's like, this is a live thing. There's people watching. So there's these other aspect of it. Like when Cam Dog met up for an IRL stream with me and Grace, he said he was like exhausted afterwards because it's more than just socializing. It takes a different energy out of you. You know, so that could be why you felt like maybe depleted, because you've been putting out so much content. You really have put yourself out there and you've been killing it. The subs are going up, but that takes a toll.
No, that's no, because Universal has been telling me that, and even like some family members and stuff, because they notice like I am always low-key like working on my next, like, okay, what am I gonna do for my next stream? Because it's important to me. Like, this is something that I really like. I really like streaming, but I do think I could be taking it not like extreme by any means, because I could be on this bitch like every day if I wanted to, for real, but I'm not gonna do that. But it's still like, it is mentally exhausting just a little bit. So I gotta learn how to like balance it in between of just, but it's also, since I made these like personal goals for myself, okay, I hit finally 500, but now I'm trying to hit the 3,000 watch hours, and I'm at like 2,300 or 2,400. So like I'm almost there. So I don't want to stop. And like, because I feel like if I stop being just consistent in the way that I have been consistent, I won't, like, I'll just kind of like, not like give up on it, but I'll just like, it'll just continue to diminish little by little. And I don't want that. So I gotta, it might be taking a toll, but I'm just gonna have to work with it. Like, that's just what it is, because I know myself too well, for real.
Dude, I feel similar, and this is definitely, YouTube has been my obsession this whole year, pretty much. Like, I really, especially once like I was unemployed over the summer, I started like streaming every day, and I started building up my channel again, like getting an audience. But it definitely, like, I crashed out many times. I broke down. I actually everything that could go wrong is like gone wrong with me online. So it's like I'm only just learning how to set some basic boundaries and making a point to like
how to like pace yourself, or just like what's some things that you did to pace yourself.
What I do is like, because I'll have a lot of conversations, a lot of people going on like often. And it gets like a little like overwhelming sometimes. So I'll just put my phone on do not disturb and like leave it there the whole night. And I'll just only read, only write, only do like literally fucking anything else, you know? Or if I watch content, it can't have anything to do with me, or like my, you know, it can't be too close to home. I don't know. So that's like,
I honestly feel that, and I do try to do that, but it's so hard because it's like, I'll try not to get on like YouTube or even Discord, but then somebody will just like tag me in a post or something, and like it's like funny, so I'm like, damn. Then the conversation continues to flow, or I'll try to sit there and watch a movie, and I don't know, like it's just hard. It's just hard. But I definitely I do
string too. Yeah, you're doing Discord movies, like you've been.
Yeah, that's I do a lot. I do a lot for sure. But I know I'm gonna still give myself like a pat on the back though, because there are days, you know, where I am extra tired, where I'll just say fuck it and not get on anything at all. And like that's when you guys won't hear from me. But then the next day, you know, I'm there. Like, but I'm trying to pace it like that. I just got to figure out the perfect combination of it for sure.
Dude, Giggler can tell him that that's like my communication style, and Giggler's too. Like to a T, is it's like communicate, but then we just have to like all communication needs to shut off for a while. Nothing personal. And what triggers me more than nothing else is when I get a bunch of messages being like, why are you ignoring me? Or like a bunch of question marks or this and that. Because as my audience grows, and it's not huge, but it's enough that multiple people online can be demanding my attention. And it gets like, I don't know where to put it, my attention. And then at a certain point, you have to learn how to like push away people who are bad actors, people who are intentionally going in with like the intention of being harmful, or like, you know, like MC Nemesis, or like people like that. I've learned to like really set boundaries with, like, because I don't even have the energy anymore. It's just too much.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he has came up on my panel probably 2 or 3 more times since that first incident, and I tried to give him the energy that he wanted, but it's too just taxing, like not on me, like personally, like what I'm feeling, but at the same time, it's just like you're taking away energy that is supposed to be going to my viewers that actually want to hear what I have to say. Like, because he knows I'm not going to yell at him. He knows I'm not going to retaliate with any type of disrespect. But at the same time, I'm still just giving you a piece of my energy. So it's still taking away from me. So I can't even do that anymore. It's like, I would argue with you guys. I really would. But at the same time, like, there's no point because I'm not going to give you that reaction that anybody wants. So I don't know. I think that's another point. Like, there's definitely points and pieces that we need to take from each other that I feel like both of us, if we did, like with yours and, you know, kind of taking and stepping away from YouTube with my like composure, if we both got those tricks down, oh girl, Ruby, we would be the best, okay, on YouTube. I'm telling you.
No, it's art. Not to. I feel I don't know. I'm very, very optimistic for the future, and yeah, I don't want to. I don't know. I could literally talk about how like I obsessed I am with you and the show like forever because it's just like the best shit. And I'm so glad Giggler's here too. And thank you so much. Kiss me. And Giggler's also saying that's why agoraphobia and social anxiety are good. That's an interesting take because it's like it does protect you. And part of me, I'm looking at it from a perspective of like, I know it's cringe and cliche, but like I think an empathetic person. So when I'm just even out around a lot of people, it like I'm absorbing that energy. Like, I don't know if you guys say, I know. So I think part of me, I'm just like trying, I don't know. It's like I have to protect my energy, just like quite actually.
I feel like that's one of the most important things, like that you can focus on too. You know, I always say this, like, you know, it is important to focus on, you know, your career and your family life, your relationship life and everything. But if you're not right within yourself, then all that is kind of just like pointless, because in the end, you're going to be like, damn, why didn't I make time for myself? And why didn't I protect what needed to be protected? And you're just going to kind of feel like lost and empty. And like I said, it was kind of pointless. I mean, because you can be a giver, you can be a person that lives for other people, but you have to live for yourself also.
Absolutely. And I've gotten better of just being real about my limits of like how much interaction I can handle. And, you know, just going at the bookstore, like sometimes that's enough for me. For social, it's like interacting at the bookstore, hanging out online, seeing my mom or whatever. And just like, you know, that for like a week is perfect. You know, I don't need like constant interaction. I prefer like after being out, just like come home, and I like solitary activities, you know, and I like the internet, and I've at least have, you know, turned it into like a creative project too. So it's not entirely just like doom scrolling and like watching stuff endlessly. But speaking of watching stuff, we could watch the next clip if you are interested.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
This one I'm excited about, and it's just a broader
the health one.
The one that's like for despair. It's like with the last video I sent you, I think.
Well, did you want to watch this 30-second one of health or no?
Oh, I didn't realize there was another one.
It's a 30-second.
Oh, okay, sure.
Let's just see.
Oh, yeah. I think that was a good one, if I remember correctly, or I accidentally sent it. We'll find out.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Hello, insert patient name here. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What symptoms are you experiencing today?
I don't feel so good. I need something to take the edge off.
Great. Please choose a medication from the following list. You cannot have those pills.
Why?
Because you are a drug addict.
Come on. Pills.
Oh. You lost all credibility. You will never get a prescription in this town again.
That's how I feel, literally. Literally how I fucking feel every time. Oh my god, are we getting some Twitch comments too?
I'm streaming it to my channel too.
Oh, awesome. I wasn't sure because I get comments from Twitch also. I stream it on my highly neglected Twitch account, but I just started streaming stuff out there because it's like whatever. Like
no, and I was like I said, I've been trying to get my watch hours up, and since we do LOL Angels, I don't know why I never thought to stream it to my audience. But
well, because you also don't necessarily want it. Feels good to have everyone in one chat sometimes, but it doesn't ultimately matter.
It
You know,
does.
that's only dumb like when like haters are looking at it.
I
Like,
just want to do it to get, because you know me, like I don't post shorts too much. I don't do like, even though I work so much within YouTube and what I'm supposed to be doing, I need to post shorts and clips and videos, but I don't do that. So I'm like, damn, like I never thought of the idea to share this to my audience. So when I did, it'll help me get my watch hours up. I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that
hell
should be
yeah.
that.
And we still have really good viewership for this episode. We're at 50 and we've been like around 50 like the whole episode. It's been really good.
Oh, well, thanks, guys. Yeah, I know. I never know how many people are watching. Usually I might have it up on my phone, like sitting over to the side, but I just, whoever's in here, we love you guys, obviously. I think that we should get to that last video and then we can maybe open up the panel.
Perfect. Sounds like perfection.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah, your hair does look beautiful. Like it looks like Hollywood. Did you curl the bottom?
No, I actually, like, when I go to sleep, I just put my hair, I'll either sleep with my hair down or I'll put it in a bun. And like I washed it yesterday, so when I like keep it in a bun, it'll just like curl the ends. And because my hair is like, it's mostly straight. Like I know what my hair is, but it can hold texture, and it can, when I like naturally just get out, the shower and don't put anything in it, don't brush it or anything, then it'll be a little wavy. Come on now, guys, give me my credit where it's deserved.
I love your hair. I think it looks beautiful. But yeah, a lot of people in chat are like saying it looks really nice.
Well, I appreciate it, Quadratic. Kiss me. I seen you said you like my chair too. Thanks. This is actually my blanket that I made, guys. Shop Lowe's Customs. The link is in my description to my form. But it's just a gray chair, but I like to, add some spice to it.
Dude, that's so beautiful. And also, you're a good person to ask about how to even sell merch because you're already selling stuff online. So
it's about promoting, putting yourself out there. I obviously still have a hard time promoting myself. I really just kind of got into promoting myself in the last 2 months of telling people, hey, this is what I do. This is where you can find.
You got it. You just got it.
Whatever. But it's also it's mostly promoting, and it's also what you're selling. Are people gonna like what you're selling, or are you kind of doing it for no reason? But I feel like with our hats, as long as LOL Angels continues to grow and, we become something, then I feel like people will like to have some type of our merch. And
dude, I'm already I'm seeing as soon as I can fucking afford it, or we can do a fundraiser sometime. I want fucking shirts, hats,
hoodie, sweatpants.
Because I mean, not to toot my own horn because I do like our logo.
Even when, yes, our logo 100%. Even when it comes to our arts and craftsy stuff, me painting that rock, or I know how to make jewelry too. Me and my stepdad make jewelry together. See our rock, so cute. I can paint your own personal little animated version on a rock. We can do canvas, paintings on clothing. We can do actual commissions of things, because I feel like with both of our talents combined, oh yeah, we'd be able to make a lot. Definitely make a lot. And I had to know, one of the things that I'm going to make for us personally, obviously it wouldn't be in my Lowe's Customs, but it would be made from Lowe's Customs, is our own LOL Angels blanket. That's going to be
dude. Oh my god. And it's actually gonna happen. I'm so fucking excited for that. I couldn't pull up an image, but I was also gonna do a banner. I so failed at writing this banner. I was gonna put a link to
of Angels in it. Join our Growing of Angels on Discord and
NX community. Join our Growing Angels. Yeah, guys, Angels, we are growing. X community big. But if someone wants to drop, or actually I could drop the Discord link. So I think we're almost at 100. We're in the 70s for the Discord, which is fucking crazy. That's fucking awesome. That's already I don't know. I'm impressed by the numbers, and it's been super active. I don't know where Jimmy is tonight, but Jimmy's been
we have 305 something.
Yeah. Yep. Don't forget to like and sub, people, if you're not already liked and subbed. And also to our main accounts, Ruby Space Sec and Riding Out Low, as you can see in our little descriptions. Don't forget all that. But mostly, it's important to be in the Discord because YouTube doesn't always set out notifications, and it's easy to get shadow banned and lost and just never see content. I'll subscribe to channels and I never see their content ever.
No, 100% me too. I'll always miss things and shit.
I'm missing your streams. I should never be missing your streams. If the algorithm isn't showing me you, what the fuck?
Like, I've like turned your notifications on and off just to make sure they're on, so I get your notifications 100%.
I have to make sure yours are on.
Yeah, Universal said 300.
A couple like big ones. That's super
Ruby, we got 306 subs. Let's go, Angels. Yes, guys, get our subs up. We're trying to get monetized on this show too. And yeah, we just want to be able to make the content and give you guys the positivity.
And keep elevating, you know, and we're still like learning how to do this as we go. I've have some experience with Celebrity Sundays and just learning from other channels, but we're developing it as we go.
So H&K asked, he said, I've noticed Lo doesn't get upset very easily. I would like to know if she was always like that or if she worked on herself to become that way. I would like to be more level-headed. So I can say, okay, let's take this down for a second because this is going to be like a little minute of a story, I guess. Not really story, but because I kind of got to like think into it. But hey, Ron Mack, I see you. You're from watching it on my channel. Welcome in. This is LOL Angels with me and Ruby Spacek. That's her own channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. But okay, yeah, guys. I feel like everybody knows I'm very level-headed. I'm very composed within myself. But I would say there was a time in my life, or probably around the age of, let's just say like 14 to at least like 18 or 19, that I wasn't like crazy, but I really like, if something like triggered me or set me off, it wasn't like I was crazy, like acting out in a way, but I would like just do the most, as in crying, or if I was somewhere, I would just walk away and go walk somewhere. Or if I did end up yelling at someone, like I would say the most fucked up shit to them, and it literally didn't matter. But I feel like, obviously, you guys already know my main answer as to what can help you with your composure is God. It's like, obviously, you're trying to be more Christ-like, so he's not going to get angry at someone. He's not, he does get angry at people, but he's not going to, be spewing fucking disrespect and whatever. But as in just a personal, what did I do to help my composure? I would say that I practice patience 100%. I practice patience. You can be in a situation like, say you're in a McDonald's, right? You're waiting in line, but it's taking fucking forever. It's taking 15, 20 minutes. And you're getting like, how sometimes you just feel like you're getting heated up because you're just waiting so long. You don't understand what's going on. Those are like those exact that is like trying to teach you, patience. So I take those little moments and I realize that that's a test for me. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do this, be able to slowly gather up my patience. That's one of the things that helped me to my composure. Let me think. I feel like other little tests of like, say someone spoke to me disrespectfully, I learned how to like control my tongue. And I can't really tell you a reason of how I can learn to control my tongue. I kind of just got into this mindset of, okay, a lot of people don't want to hear me speak, so I'm going to shut the fuck up, let them speak. I'm going to observe what they have to say. And then I will say what I need to say in a correct manner, I guess you can say, because not only that's not what someone's expecting, so they're not going to give you that automatic reaction of, oh, let me spaz back out at you. They're going to be confused as to why you're so calm, but it also just does good for your own self and your soul, because that teaches you, like I said, patience and just control. But other than those, like I would really have to like sit here and think about what I like had to do and test myself on with my composure. But it was mainly those things, just putting myself in little tests and tribulations. Obviously God did that for me too, but yeah, that's how I'm so composed. I just don't let what people say bother me. I know personally that if someone says something that is disrespectful towards me or is coming at me in any type of way, that yes, that's them, but in my eyes, I don't believe that that's true. I think that, they've been through trauma, they've been through something that I can't see, and this is how they just react to the world. So I can't 100% blame
true.
So, and that's why
reality is that it's not even a cope. That is just true. Is that everyone hurt people are hurting people. That's such a positive mindset to look at it, because you can develop, self-control like a muscle that you practice, I imagine. But like to always, and I have to remind myself this because I've obviously freaked out on the internet a bunch, and it's not ideal in retrospect, I don't like the things I say when I'm angry. I lose my power.
It just blows up in your face at the end, I feel like.
And I feel bad. I do not want to hurt people. especially people who are already in a hard spot, you know, that doesn't really make me feel good. So it's, dude, it's not cope, it's true. I just, that's just true. Like,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
it's
That's true.
the most like fucked up people are like just very damaged. But I think it's a really good way to look at it as a test. Like that helped me when I was in food
That's why I
service.
said it's
dealt with, like, a
that
lot of-
is probably one of the best things to do is to look at hardships and hard things in your life as a test for you to get better. That is one piece of advice that I could absolutely give to everyone. Stop looking at things like, oh, why me? Why is this happening to me? Instead, look at it like, what is this trying to teach me? There you go. That's a life lesson from low. Life lesson low.
and look at it, yeah, like as a test and like build it. Dude, I love it. I fucking love it. But
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I try to like when I was in food service, I would try to do it like as like a test. Like that would help
100%.
100%.
But you ready for this video now? All right, so this is four
I'm
keys to your life's meaning.
A lot of people who believe that life is
meaningless. There's no meaning to any of this.
Nothing matters. It's all empty and meaningless.
the idea that we're passive victims of our genes and our environment.
And the arguments over nature versus nurture.
From a scientific point of view, the meaning of life is the propagation of DNA.
Implied in this is the idea that we aren't really free, and it often leads to a kind of nihilism, the sense that our lives are random and meaningless. We even see it in popular culture, in memes and in movies. But is it true? The best answer I've ever seen to this is in the book Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. In it, Frankl describes his own horrifying experiences as a Jewish Holocaust survivor in the Second World War. His incredible story begins in 1939, where he worked as a psychiatrist and became the head of neurology at Rothschild Hospital in Vienna. But when the Nazis shut down the hospital, Frankl, his wife, and his family were all sent to concentration camps, where almost everything you can imagine was taken from him. It was here that he spent 3 long and brutal years as a prisoner, forced to work in labor camps in the most terrible conditions, and having so little food that over time, the prisoners slowly starved. And when they became too weak to keep working, they were sent to the gas chambers, their lives extinguished in the most horrific way imaginable. But Frankl tells us that even here, even in the most hopeless situation, life still had meaning. Life always has a meaning. How could that be? What did he learn from surviving the Holocaust? And how can we apply that to our lives in the modern world? That is what we'll explore in this video. Dr. Frankl developed an approach to psychology called logotherapy. Logos is Greek for meaning, and therapy means healing. And so the goal of logotherapy is to heal ourselves by finding the hidden meaning in our lives. Frankl believed that the main thing that drives us is the search for meaning. He pointed to the famous Nietzsche quote, "As long as a person has a why to live, they can bear almost any how." Frankl found that it wasn't necessarily the strongest people who survived in the camps. It was those who had meaning. And even when they suffered tremendous pain, they were less damaged by the terrible things that happened to them. They could access an inner world of spiritual freedom. Frankl called this the self-transcendence of human existence, and he described 4 main ways we can find meaning in our lives. The first is synchronicity. Swiss psychologist Carl Jung talked about it in his work, Synchronicity, an acausal connecting principle. According to Jung, synchronicity is a meaningful coincidence that happens when an event in the outside world matches up with an inner state of the mind in a way that has meaning. Jung said that what defines synchronicity is the sense of the numinous. It's the feeling of amazement and spiritual transcendence that comes from witnessing something that lifts us outside of ourselves, giving us a glimpse of the divine. His most famous example was a patient who was telling Jung about a dream she'd had about a beetle. And at exactly that moment, a beetle flew into the room. Synchronicity is a powerful source of meaning. Frankl doesn't actually use the word synchronicity in his book, but he describes 2 amazing and very meaningful coincidences that happened to him while he was a prisoner. in the camps. The first happened when he arrived on the first day, where he was separated from his wife and family. He didn't know it yet, but he would never see any of them again. The guards told him to hand over everything he had, and they took his clothes. After he was stripped, he was given the rags of another inmate who'd already died. When Frankl put on the rags, he found inside his pocket a single page torn from a Hebrew prayer book, and on that page was the most important Jewish prayer, the Shema Yisrael. This was powerful and very meaningful to Frankl, and he took it as a sign to draw on the strength of his spirituality. The second meaningful coincidence happened one day when Frankl was forced to work in a trench at the camp. His mind went to thoughts of his wife. Something inside of him told him to talk to her silently in his mind. Suddenly, he felt the presence of a powerful spirit, and in the distance, he saw a farmhouse which stood in the horizon as if it was painted there underneath the morning sky. He was overcome with an incredible feeling that if he just stretched out his hand, he'd be able to reach out and hold on to his wife's. He was overcome with the feeling that she was here
What's the name?
with him. And then, at exactly that moment, a bird flew down and perched.
Oh, oops, I forgot I was muted.
You said who's calling in? Is someone calling in?
Oh, I was gonna say when we drop the link later. I was just gonna try to
I
build
thought
a
you
little hype in that. No, I'm not like. No, I just wanted to just let people know, like, get ready to like be camera ready. I'm sure we're gonna be swarmed. I'm just letting people know that get ready, biatches, because I want to hear chat's opinion. I really want to hear other people's opinions on like their social lives and meeting and all the fun stuff. And someone in the audience is also saying this isn't biblical. This is just a general like variety show. Like we both have found a lot of, peace and comfort and like the Bible and God. And we try to share that with other people, but we cover all kinds of stuff. It's basically just like a lifestyle kind of show that focuses generally on more like meaningful, positive, like nourishing content that's not like so depraved. That's the general. And Benjamin, no, you're not banned. Who said banned? Who's banned?
I'm not sure.
At his feet, and for what felt like ages, it stood there, watching and looking at him. There are skeptics who would dismiss these experiences, but it was exactly these moments that kept Frankl alive and gave him a profound sense of meaning. The second way we can find meaning is by doing work that feeds the soul and brings full.
I feel like that's why like we were talking earlier about like posting our little nature pics, and it's like that is like so much of life, and being able to have a good existence is like really being able to connect and appreciate the beauty of very small, seemingly like not meaningful moments, or beauty in nature, architecture, beauty, and just the collaboration of humankind, things that have been accomplished.
Exactly.
There's
all about
everywhere.
It's all about just what you make it and what your mindset is. Like, of course, if you're looking at everything negative, then you're going to see everything in a negative light. But if you're trying to find the beauty in absolutely everything, then like how Ruby said, the small, quote unquote, insignificant moments in your life can really be the most beautiful things. Even just sitting around the dinner table with your family. Like a lot of people take that for granted, but you never know when anyone could not be there. You never know when that could be your last fucking meal that you have with your family. So I love to take like little moments like that, just like into my heart more than anything. And those are the moments that I try to remember, not like those huge moments in someone's life, like, oh, something happened in school or whatever, but just literally waking up and getting to go outside and smell the fresh air and get to see the beautiful sky. Like those are the moments in life that are super meaningful. And I agreed with him when he was saying, in the first portion, that kind of no matter what meaning you have in your life, that's gonna make you work towards something that's gonna basically make your life meaningful. And so even if it's necessarily, it could be bad for your health or bad for you, if something is like meaningful to you in a way where it's gonna make you get up, then like that is meaning. You know what I mean? So like it kind of reminded me of when, what was his name? Smith, I think, when he came up here talking about just like there was no real meaning in life, and it just like made me maybe you just don't know what your meaning in life is yet, or you haven't tried to seek out and find it.
Exactly. So I think a good challenge for the audience, I'm stealing this from Oprah, but she keeps a gratitude journal. And I think it could be fun if we challenge the audience and everyone in Angels to every week, like have like a little, like 5 things in your life that are like small, but that made you feel happy. I know it's like the gay shit ever, but I think it's a cute idea. I just
You can do that really quick. Let's there are 5 that we're thankful for.
Yeah, and then we can bring that like, and that'll just knowing like next week I need to say 5 things. It makes you look for those things.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, but let's me and you do it right now, Ruby, just to like, because this is a perfect moment of just like, oh, we don't even need to sit and think about it. Like, it's just the first 5 things the small things that we're grateful for. You want me to start, or you want to start?
I mean, I have a couple off the top of my head because my day was lit. It like went very well. I went to Dunkin' and I was like live streaming it, and my 2 favorite people who work there were like, "Oh my god, Ruby!" and they like jumped in and like were like came on this stream, and it was like just totally positive. And then I left, and then I got in an Uber for the clinic, and you had this awesome sound system. Wait, so that was first thing. Second thing is Uber to the clinic, great sound system, very fun ride, friendly guy. Third thing, I have a new psychiatrist. Fourth thing, I'm set up at my new methadone clinic. And 5th thing, I'm here with you right now doing this show.
So, because that was going to be one of my first things. I'm very grateful to be on the show today with you, Ruby. My second thing is to have met you. That's like, some people don't like, they take their friends for granted, but I absolutely love you in my life. I'm grateful for my breath, for my life. I love being alive. I love being me, myself, my person. I'm thinking, obviously, there's big shit like, the regular family, whatever. I'm trying to think of little shit like that, though. Oh, I got my snacks today. That made me really, really grateful. I'm just grateful to have money in my pockets and a car in my driveway that I can go and buy snacks with. And
I'm dreaming of a car someday. That's one of my aspirations.
Well, I think that you'll be able, absolutely. And I'm just grateful for obviously all of you guys, all of our very, very special supporters. Like, you guys give us endless love, and I just love you guys so much.
And
so
that's so sweet. All right, that was a nice live stream. I was up super early. I went to bed. Like, I just feel better when I go to bed like earlier. I'm just getting older, and I'm just in that vibe. And I like being up during the sunset. So I was up at like 6 a.m. And I was like feeling energetic and not sick, and I've been having like digestive and weird just like health stuff on and off. So I just felt so good to be healthy, ready to go. I knew what I had to do. I had the energy to do it. And it was a really nice live stream, just talking to chat. I took them with me to Dunkin'. They were in the Uber ride when the Uber was blasting like music so loud and like popping off. The energy, the vibes were like.
I'm glad that we both have things that we are very grateful today, and that could just give you guys also ideas for next week. That will be one of our probably weekly questions that we ask every single episode. Or what are you guys grateful for this week? Give us a couple of examples, because I think it just lets you sit there and kind of reflect in the moment. Like, damn, maybe I didn't think of this in a grateful way, and it will, and it'll just make you feel good.
Yeah, and plus I like having our community be like very interactive and be something that's really about building each other up, creating and like expressing yourself. You don't have to be an amazing, perfect artist. I love shitty art. I love just like the meaning that people put into it is like what matters, or not like I love shitty art, but like it's just like it doesn't matter. You don't have to be perfect. Like I do like my like all kinds of stupid shit. I'm not like great at.
But it's all about the effort. Any effort that you put in, that's what matters, and we're gonna love it. So it could be the shittiest of the shittiest things or the best of the best. Everyone's gonna get treated equally and get all the love in the world, because that's what you guys deserve. So, all right, let's play the second portion of this video.
Fulfillment. When Frankl first arrived at the concentration camps, the most precious thing he had was a manuscript that he'd written that was ready to be published. He asked one of the guards if he could keep this one thing, if he gave up everything else. The guard looked at him with a mix of pity and surprise. Frankl hadn't yet understood how horrible things were about to become. The guards took his manuscript, and he would never get it back. But Frankl never lost hope. One of the things that kept him going was the dream that, after he was freed, he would write his manuscript again. He scribbled notes on tiny pieces of paper so that one day he could rewrite his book. He also had a vision of himself standing at a podium and giving a lecture on all the things he'd learned from surviving the concentration camps. This vision was one of the biggest things that kept him going. But more importantly, he knew that this manuscript was something only he could write. In much the same way, you too have your own unique work, something only you can do. Life is preparing you at each moment to do something that's uniquely your own. Ask yourself, what is the task that's waiting for you? The third way we find meaning is through the people we love. Frankl describes how the love he had for his wife and his hope of seeing her again gave him the strength to carry on. He recalls a moment when he was marching through the snow in the camp. He thought about his wife, and suddenly he had a powerful flash of insight. For the first time in his life, he saw the truth as it was told by so many poets, the final wisdom of so many thinkers. It became so clear to him that love is the ultimate and highest goal that we can aspire to, that it's only through love that humanity can be saved. He wrote that, "I now understand how a man who has nothing left in this world could still know bliss."
Yes.
Because it's through the enduring power of love that we find true fulfillment. In that
Wait, can you
moment,
pause it?
Frankl didn't
No,
know if
that
his
is
wife was still
too.
alive,
That is too
but he
much
knew.
facts. Like love is literally
Dude.
everything, guys. Love is everything. Literally, love is everything.
So many bars. And like my first huge, like real spiritual experience happened when I was physically, emotionally sicker than, just more fucked than ever, in fentanyl withdrawal. My body's fucked up. Everything was fucked up. And all of a sudden I connected with God. I felt like my soul was put back in my body. Like it had been gone and it came back. And I was filled with love and light to the point where I was like, I can do anything. Like I have this. I have this feeling and I'm going to foster this
You
feeling.
probably had that
explore
feeling.
it, like,
You probably had that feeling and just like forgot that, you know, that you are loved. And when you did get God into your life, he reminded you of that very quickly, that, you know, you are loved, you're not alone. And so that's like when he said that, like, because obviously I believe in God and I believe that God is love. So when you feel that, the feeling of love, you're literally basically feeling God within yourself. And if he can fix and heal everything, then that's the only thing that you need in this world is love. So I just agree with his statement so much. Like I believe that love absolutely conquer everything. It can go through everything. It endures everything, obviously.
oh, and Ed said you don't need to pet cookies. Let me check my phone. Thank you. Oh, we got a $10 dono. Said he said,
Shout out
thank
to
you. Thank you, lol angels. Why can't it open? Thank you, lol angels, for making our love muscles bigger.
Oh, thank you so
for
much,
making my wallet muscles bigger. And for and I'm obsessed with this show. Always thinking about any money I have coming in. It's just like Red Bull, cigarettes, and I would just want to put stuff towards the show. You know, I'm like anything it can do to level us up. I'm just like obsessed with it, you know. So I don't know. I hope the audience can see that.
Well,
yo, Dickler, are you gonna come on this train with me? Dude, God and K-pop, we're good, bitch. We're gonna be
He said, someone said love muscles is a code word for penis.
Oh. I don't know about that, but I think your love muscle would be your heart. But if you love from your penis, you might have an issue.
Yeah, we still love you for the dono, of course, but we're just trying to spread the love. Not spread the love like that, but spread the love, okay? Oh gosh, that turned into something wicked.
Wow. Anyway,
let's play this.
Do one thing. Love is something that goes beyond the physical presence of those who've touched our lives. It finds its deepest meaning in our spiritual being, our divine selves. Whether or not that person is here with us physically, whether
And I was gonna say also, like, when you just love yourself and you learn to love yourself, like that feeling is also so different, because like no matter what anyone says to you or does to you, like, you know who you are as a person and you know how much you love yourself. And like, let's just say, if you are the only person to love yourself, that is enough. So like what he said, it definitely surpasses just like the physical surface level of just like, oh, someone's supposed to love you. Like if you love yourself and you have this divine like nature of just knowing and who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, and why you love yourself, because you're this fucking amazing person. It literally does not matter what people think about you. Like, you know who you are. But yeah, I just
exactly. I'm trying to be more grounded in that, because I feel like I do, like, at the end of the day, I know who I am at this point, but I still let myself rage out at comments. So it's like, obviously, I feel like there's something I need to prove to people still, because that's the comments get to me sometimes. So it's like, that's something I'm trying to work on myself.
I know you love yourself, so just know that your love for yourself is just enough. Literally, you don't need recognition from anywhere else.
Exactly.
They're even still alive, no longer feels relevant. Love transcends it all. Frankel later learned that his wife was killed in the gas chambers shortly after being brought to camp. But he writes that even if I'd known then that my wife had died, the connection I had with her in my heart was still just as vivid and just as strong as ever. It's in this way that love can overcome great distances and even death. Ask yourself, how can you express
lives
meaning
on
and
in your
purpose
heart.
through the people?
That's what I was gonna say when you had brought up just like, that you didn't feel love until God came into your life. Like I can even say that, like, I'm not gonna lie, like when my dad died, it was very hard for me and I didn't feel like I was gonna be able to fully 100% love again. Like I used to tell myself that all the time, that like there was a piece of my heart missing and broken, and it just like would never be able to be filled basically. And once I like learned basically my purpose and who I am though, and how much I love myself and how much God loves me and the people who do love me that are around me, it did somewhat help me with that. So I can say that, like, that's another reason why I can say like, love is everything, because in that moment of just, thinking, oh, like nothing's ever going to be able to heal or mend my heart, obviously God came in and was like, you're wrong. We got this. It's patched up. You got your band-aids on. So yeah, it really does. Love even surpasses death, literally.
People you love in your life. The fourth way we find meaning is by facing our suffering. Frankel tells us that even when we're in a situation that feels completely hopeless, where there's no opportunity for work, where we've lost the ones we love most, even then, life continues to be meaningful. Everyone he knew in the concentration camps had lost everything they held dear: their homes, their families, their freedom. And yet, even in these horrific conditions, it was possible for spiritual life to deepen. Frankel explained that after being a prisoner of the camp, he experienced the beauty of art and nature like never before. On what felt like an especially miserable day, he remembers how a prisoner pointed to a magnificent view of a sunset that shone through the tall trees outside of the camp. He remembers how the sky felt so alive, with light and clouds of ever-changing color. And after a moment of moving silence, one prisoner said, "How beautiful the world could still be." But the unspeakable cruelty and suffering in the camps was often too much to bear. Most never made it out alive. For those who lost hope, they could no longer see any reason to keep living. Frankel noticed a familiar pattern. One morning, a prisoner would wake up, but then he just laid there. Nothing could convince him to get up. Almost always, the prisoner would take a cigarette that he'd been saving, and instead of trying to trade it for an extra piece of bread, he smoked it, just to feel a tiny bit of pleasure, knowing that his last moments were upon him. Once that hope was lost, it almost never came back. Frankel saw that prisoners lost their lives most often from a lack of meaning, rather than from a lack of food or medicine. In 1945, Frankel was saved, and the survivors of the concentration camps set free. Frankel rewrote his manuscript, and he went back to work as a psychiatrist.
Dude, and the fact that like he was literally saved just shows everything that he's saying is like proof. Like he kept meaning in his life no matter what he went through. He literally had that vision of him being able to rewrite his manuscript, and there he is literally being saved and out and free and walking. So just by him saying like most of the prisoners died from having a lack of meaning, he didn't die because he had that meaning. Like, damn, that's actually hard on heart. Like he came out to be able to tell his story and give this amazing perspective of any type of situation you're in. Like, if you just have the right mindset and you have the right meaning in life, you will make it through.
Yeah,
Dang.
I highly recommend this book. It's one of those books that, like, yeah, people describe as like life-changing and just really an extraordinary insight of this brilliant man who went through this like once in a millennia kind of fucked up situation, seeing the absolute worst of humanity, like nothing worse. Like, he saw the worst, survived absolute torture and suffering, and he's just describing quite literally, and factually throughout the whole book, what, like, the meaning. It's not just like this woo-woo fun idea that, oh, meaning gets you through. It fucking literally does. Like, it is the difference between life or death. Your body responds to your soul. Your body will shut down. Like, it's not uncommon for someone to lose someone and then die shortly after. Like, these things are.
He's literally that living example, though, of what he was trying to give out to the world. So, like,
and he lost his manuscript, but came back with it better than ever because he survived that suffering despite everything. And I'm sure in his way, he has an incredible gratitude for it. Same way, despite all the fucked up shit that's happened in my life, I do have a tremendous gratitude for it too, for the way that I've been able to incorporate it, and it's opened new pockets of love and experience and connection with other people through that suffering. So it's totally meaningful to me.
100. Yeah, no,
I love that. That's like my favorite emoji, at least, like the heart with band-aids. I love that.
We're fixed. We're a little broken, guys, but we're getting fixed. We're healing.
Exactly.
This time, his book was informed by the painful experiences he lived through during the Holocaust. He made it his mission to help those who'd lost all sense of meaning in their lives. Frankl tells the story of an old man who came to him with severe depression. Much like Frankl, this patient was also a Holocaust survivor. His wife had also died in the gas chambers. He loved her more than anything, and now that she was gone, he couldn't see any purpose in living on without her. Frankl asked the patient, "What would have happened if you died first and your wife had to live on without you?" The patient had never thought of that before. Oh, for her, this would have been horrible. She would have suffered terribly. Frankl replied, "You see, she's been spared the suffering that you're feeling now, and it was you who spared it for her. One of you had to pass away first. The price is that you have to live on, carrying her memory with you." Hearing this totally changed the patient's perspective. He couldn't change what happened to his wife, but he could change his understanding of it. And now that he saw the meaning in his suffering, it gave him the strength to carry on. Suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning. And by accepting the challenge to suffer bravely, life has a meaning up to the very last moment. But many people have argued that the Holocaust shows us that human nature is fundamentally evil. The psychologist Sigmund Freud once said that if you make people hungry enough, their animal instincts would take over, and any individual differences between them would blur into a uniform expression of one unstilled urge. But Frankl resisted this kind of cynicism. As a professor in neurology and psychiatry, he knew very well the influence that biology and the environment had on the psyche. But even he didn't agree with the idea that we were trapped by these things. His experience in the concentration camps showed him that people didn't blur into a single animal urge. It was exactly the opposite. It revealed who they really were. In this horrifying situation, their individual uniqueness became clear. How? Frankl says that even among the concentration camp guards who were specifically chosen to be aggressive and brutal, there were some guards who were incredibly kind. One guard spent money out of his own pocket to buy medicines for his prisoners. Another guard gave Frankl a piece of bread that he'd saved from his own breakfast ration. He handed it to Frankl with such kindness and such warmth that it moved him to tears. It made him feel human again. And there's even the infamous example of Dr. J. He, also known as the mass murderer of Steinhoff. He was an SS officer who did terrible experiments on prisoners and ran many of the gas chambers during the Holocaust. He was widely feared as one of the most cruel and sadistic of the SS officers. After the end of the Second World War, he escaped to South America, where he was captured and became a prisoner himself until he died at the age of 40 from bladder cancer. But an Austrian diplomat who was jailed along with Dr. J. He described him as a completely different person. This same man that they once called the mass murderer of Steinhoff gave comfort to everyone in the prison. He was extraordinarily kind and self-sacrificing. The diplomat said that he was the best friend I ever had during my long years in prison. If this man, the mass murderer of Steinhoff, found a way to transform himself and find redemption, how can we ever dare to predict how anyone's life will turn out? We always have a choice. Within all of us is the dual nature of good and evil, light and dark. We can't deny the fact that humans invented the gas chambers of Auschwitz, but we are also the humans who, within the camp, tried to heal the sick and give comfort to the dying, sacrificing themselves and giving up their last piece of bread so another could live on. Every human being has the freedom to change at any moment.
I love that.
Influenced by biology or by
like everybody can literally change at any moment, and that's what I'm saying. Like even just using the simple example of like changing your style, like you could dress like me personally. I could dress like a tomboy one day, and then I decide in that moment I don't want to dress like a tomboy anymore. I want to dress like a girly girl, and it's just like we are our own individual selves, and we have free will for a reason, and we can literally change. So if you're a bad person or you do bad things, like that doesn't have to be you, and that doesn't have to be your lifestyle. If you want to make a difference, then you will make a difference. So yeah,
exactly. And I used to be like a staunch like non-believer of free will. I rejected it as a concept. I was very like I had a very deterministic view. Everyone is just a series of chemical reactions. We're just animals. I was very much locked into that from ages like 11 to like, you know, maybe like a year ago. So it's only recently that I've gotten comfortable with the idea of free will and really believing it and seeing and taking accountability for my choices, like for real. Because when you're an addict, you lose your free will. And it's like, I did get something back. And then also when you learn about like quantum mechanics, there is like evidence that, you know, we are all like one consciousness that's like observing itself through different holograms, different ideas out there as a little probably above my like brain's capacity to even understand. But anyway, I don't know if I made a point there, but
by society. But what makes us human is the ability to rise above these things, to grow beyond them. Because in the end, we are divine and spiritual beings. We have the power to determine who we are. And it's this last of all human freedoms that can never be taken away. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, I loved that video. That was absolutely amazing. I think those 4 meanings that he gave for life, I think they all went very well. I think you really do have to have some type of meaning in your life to feel like you're achieving something, to feel like, you know, you got to have some goals and inspiration and aspirations. Like it makes you just feel better. It makes you just want to get up and be active and actually positive, the things that we talk about every week. And yeah, like everything that we kind of talked about over these last 4 weeks kind of falls into this conversation of, you know, does your life have meaning? Do you have meaning? Have you found your meaning? And, you know, some people might honestly disagree and they can say, oh, they could just live their life any way they want to without having any type of meaning, and that's fine with them. But I feel like deep down on the inside, everyone truly, truly yearns to know like who they are and what they want in life.
Absolutely. And it ties into like we are like in like a spiritual like mental health like crisis, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, and like especially like online. I just feel like people really are searching for that, not sure how to find it. But I think a good starting point is just being able to like sit down and write down what's important to me. Like, what are my values? What do I want my life to look like in the future? Like, exactly. It's all like seems like redundant or empty or something, but you need to know that once you're locked into knowing that, all of a sudden you have a lens to like work with, because it's easy to get lost in your own mind, lost in the day-to-day, to the point where years go by and you're in the
Oh,
same spot
real.
or you're slipping backwards, like you have to be proactive. Like if you want to make it in this world, life is fucking hard. You know, you
And that's
gotta have a game
like, I
plan.
feel like a lot of people, they'll maybe think of it in a not necessarily like a negative light, but just, oh, it's going to be really hard, and it is a hard road to, you know, get to the life that you want to be. But also don't put so much on your plate. It kind of goes back to me like putting so much on my plate with the streaming shit, but it's really just like, you know, pacing yourself and, you know, patting yourself on the back when you take those little baby steps of, you know, being proactive that day. Like it all just starts with those baby steps. Like if you want to stop being lazy, then, you know, each day start doing a little bit more and more. Make your bed, fucking clean up one area, do half the dishes, or go outside more, get a little bit of sun. Cause that I can be a testament or whatever the fuck, attest to that. Like going outside compared to staying inside, like it literally diminishes your energy. Like, believe me, I love staying inside. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you have to. You need the sunlight. It has a direct fucking effect.
Yes, you need that sun or that vitamin D, and obviously all the other properties that come with the sun that gives your body the nutrients that it needs. But it just, even just stepping outside and feeling the air and feeling the sun on your face just automatically makes you feel better. And it's like we gotta change our mindsets into what and who we truly need to be. Like
absolutely. And it's like some of the things we say, it's like we don't think we're inventing this or this is brand new info. It's a lot of this is about reminding yourself, keeping it in the forefront of your mind. Because people will be like, oh wow, we discovered drinking water. And it's like, fuck off, you know? Sorry, I'm being mean again, but like,
yeah,
you know,
but those
it
little
needs to be reminded. You need to foster that.
Yes, those little baby steps. If you see Ruby drinking some water, then congratulate her, because you know at least you're.
Or no, I mean, no one has to like congratulate me for like the basics, even though like you know, obviously I've struggled with some things, but like,
right.
I don't know.
But no, it's not like about congratulating. It's just like, oh, if you see someone doing something that they're usually not doing, but in a positive way, then you should automatically think like, okay, they're trying to step out of their box and do something better for their life. So let me just not point it out, or point it out in a good way. Like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like I see.
Yeah, like maybe not relentlessly mock and restream, but whatever. We don't have to get into all, you know, other people's actions. I'm not hyper fixated on at all. Totally not on my mind ever. But how do you feel about getting some people up on panels? Anyone want to? I'm super curious to just hear from the community. A lot of people are excited about the topic, and yeah, hopefully they're not too shy to come up. Though we'll see.
And some people last week, people were kind of shy to come up, but it's okay. I think
it's fine. I mean, it's just like one person. It's just about bringing a different dynamic and interaction, you know, to the table, you know, and
exactly. And it's fine. Like I know we already know Stevie's gonna be up here for sure. He loves coming up with us. But anybody else, like last week's of just Jimmy telling his life story, like it really just made me love our show even more, because that's the type of space that I want this to be, where people can come up here and talk about their life and the struggles and like ask for advice if we have any to give. Like it's not even, or just be literally a shoulder to cry on, us to be like the person you can fucking vent to. Cause yeah, this might be online and whatever. So it's like a little bit difficult, but if you just want to talk to like people that's not in your real life, and you know, more than most likely nobody that you know will probably ever see this anyways, it's a good outlet. It's a good outlet for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of times like online and like using like an alias, it just feels like a little more free as like an outlet. And I mean, it's like in some way like online friendships are more distant, but in other ways they're closer. Oh, we got Tommy King. All right, try to keep it PG. I know I'm rocking the bodysuit. You bought it. I'm rocking it. But
One miss. I never said anything about the bodysuit yet. It definitely does look beautiful, and I did see the stream. My mic might be pretty low right now.
Well, I didn't hear. Are you still blocked for me? I unblocked you.
You might have. I'm pretty sure you didn't. But that's all good. I did see that you did get that.
Hey,
Stevie, obviously, it's a pleasure to see you.
You too, man.
I don't want to over talk this whole situation, but I did see that you got that Low, no disrespect on not getting back to you. I did see, like, I had a voice ask in the Discord the other day from a random Discord, and you get, if you know, you obviously know how weird it is with half these. So it's just like, I'm not going to trust anything. And then so
I thought Pontus died. I'm a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I believed he died. Well,
Yeah,
I thought it was plausible that he could have died. It was like a
Very
10%
plausible.
chance he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's
like he died for the content.
He died for the content. He really died for the content.
That's what he would die for. That's what he would have
that would totally go viral. Like, totally die.
I'm not. We got to bring, like I said here. There's not going to be any of that hate energy like that. Even though I do have an issue with Pronsis and the Then, but tonight we got to miss. I wore the red shirt. I wore the red shirt. Just sorry, Ruby, because you definitely stole my heart today. Below, I got to talk about what Lo did the other day on the stream where she was shopping, and I never really check your little streams. I'm obviously a sub to it. Nobody said anything, and I was like, saw shopping, and I was like, whatever.
Wow, you're in like every chat of everyone all the time. No. I see this man everywhere. I see you. If I'm in a chat, guess who's there being like, Queen? Yeah, I see you.
Fuck it, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. There's about 3 ladies.
I know, reality does come off crazy to the crazies. I get it.
Below, thank you for looking up. So I did see, obviously, we talked the night last week, it must have been, where I was lit, and I was like, how much is that thing
So
cost?
what, did you see the...
I saw the red snake. I saw.
Do you like it?
Yes, and you are hilarious to think that for you to even say that, and I'm like this.
I can show it on camera really quick. Hold on.
If you can, we can get the. That's what I meant about calling in with the logistics, and we can, because she doesn't have my address or anything. So.
No, I told you I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You have to get a hat too. I have to figure out what that.
We'll figure that. We'll figure that out.
There's only like 10, so people better get their dibs in.
For sure, I'm assuming them got to be sold out. That black. Yes,
that's cool.
Because I didn't see. I saw like. I don't know what I thought.
Oh my god.
That does look legit.
The bottom is this black.
Okay, that's what you're doing for the other side.
Yeah, because you give me flame. You give me plaid.
Yeah.
Pretty.
But
those are the perfect.
Because we did that super off the cuff, and I was on one. Happy to just even talk to Ruby last week to try to squash beef. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So definitely, ladies. Thank you for what you guys do, and I'm glad. And I felt bad because you were like this. What the fuck does this guy want? And you did show like a tie-dye. There was a tie-dye light colored something that you said that nobody else likes. That was super nice. And I should have thought about it for my daughter type of like a smaller one.
I was gonna do like, if I could have picked something personal for you, like without you telling me the colors, I would have picked something. I feel like it's not that one's not good, because I think those two go out.
Yeah, you picked it. That looked cool.
But I think the there was like this green tie-dye bottom that I thought you would have really liked. This top, I forget what was on it, but either which way, like,
it was just funny the way you said the snake in the red, and I'm like,
the snake. It wasn't even like, because you're a snake. It just gave. You said for sure black and keep it dark.
Black,
and I was like,
it
okay.
was just funny.
So when he means keep it dark, I'm thinking like, like dark and spooky, and like I don't.
No, I meant literally black on black. You could have black on black.
Well, it's basically like obviously there's the red snakes in there, but the black.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Where do you get like the material from? How does that like process?
Fabrics.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've always wanted to like get into sewing, but I don't know. I've never gone beyond just sewing like patches on clothes, like band patches and stuff.
Well, that's the next thing that we obviously got to do with the hats, right? So obviously because you're gonna get better and better at the blanket move, and then the hat move, boom, pull it off. So obviously you got Fusion and I.
Is it too low budget? Like I don't know. I like it.
It's very like early 2000s vibe.
Right? Like I
I'm
think
not mad at it.
I
like
think
it.
it's
I like it a
fun
lot.
and cool. I think I need to do
like it
something
a
else
lot.
to it. Like
If you
maybe I
put
don't know,
wings on it,
color.
you cannot put no wings on it though, miss. So that's been talked about on your. You do have
It look cool.
You have an underground dude group of men that watch you and love you, right? You do. It's the fusion. It's a
The
fusion.
band
Fantastic.
boys? You and the band boys?
No,
That's
no,
what you
no,
should call
no,
your
no,
channel.
no,
The boys
no.
who get
Fusion
banned.
ain't band.
We
Fusion ain't
are
band.
the boys. The boys
Fusion
who
ain't
get
band. We're
banned.
not talking
We're
about that.
scared of
We're
Ruby.
genuine. We're
Banning-
genuine gentlemen. We're genuine gentlemen that all fell in love with you, especially the last today. Today, Ruby, whatever you did today was one
I'm
of the
super
best.
because LOL Angels is healing me.
Okay, so there's multiple things I got to bring up for lack of and I'm not, like I said, I don't want to bring up your stream, but you have such a seductress vibe recently. No, and I'm gonna try to word it. Don't think I'm gooing it. You are looking very. You did the whole Tommy King, and I wish I would have been there live when you were like Tommy King, mommy did. And you were doing this whole, and I'm like, this, what is she?
That's the cam girl in me coming out.
Yeah. And I'm like this, and he goes like, Mark goes like this. Tommy, she's really taking you over right now. And I go, what? And so I saw a little bit of it. It's fine. If you feel sexy, feel sexy. And I don't use that word. I'm not using that word wrong. Am I using that word wrong?
No, because I think I'm
and be
learning
a human?
like what limits of sexy I want to be online. I'm not sure yet, honestly. I'm figuring it out because since I lost weight, I kind of wanted to show off my body more.
For sure.
Because I've been like feeling better about my body, getting cuter clothes that are a little more form fitting. But I also don't want to, just use that in a like for bad or like.
Is there's a fine line? I'm assuming
there's a line, and I don't want to do anything too sex work-y,
Yeah.
This is about as sexy as it gets for me. Is this tight? Like that's it. I think that's
for sure. That
as
makes
sexy as it
sense.
gets. That
You
might
want
be
to see it, and you want to stand up, and you did this thing, and I wish I would have saw it live. I wanted to be there live, but I saw it and I was working, and you fucking were talking about where it buttons on the bottom and everything. I'm like, why wasn't I there? It's like, Tommy bought this. He wanted to buy it when it got. You were doing all this shit, and it was.
It's true. You had your own. It was like a Tommy segment, and you weren't even fucking in the audience.
I was. I missed it. I missed it live.
Anytime I like fan out over a chatter or like mention anything about a chatter, they're never in it. Like,
what'd you do? A fano over a chatter?
Fan out. Don't take it personally. Yeah, like. Yeah, show any kind of kindness towards you, I guess.
Yeah, I never see any of your kindness. I feel the shame when I got to come back in and I'm making alts called Ruby's happy friend. I got to say I'm Ruby's happy friend that likes me. Just to walk in the room. I'm kidding.
Well, I wanted to say, hey, what's up to Universal? What's up, Universal?
Yeah, sorry, Universal. King is simping out, and I'm meeting you up.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Don't do King like that. He's not.
Thank you, Universal.
He's just speaking
last
for
night,
facts.
I did see you on stream last night. Both you guys, Lo, your trivia streams. I want to jump in and I just get whatever the nerd phobic is, whatever we were talking about with antisocial.
Oh, like just like social anxiety,
dude,
agoraphobic.
like this.
Don't want to leave the house, like that stuff.
And then you guys were on stream all night, dude. And they got mad at Universal late in the night when they didn't want to fit check, homie. You better fit check them now when it's daylight.
No.
Okay, Universal, how did you feel about our topics today on meaning?
That's why I hopped on to talk about the topics.
Yes, Tommy, we appreciate the validation, but we want to keep it pure.
We can go back into that.
Yeah, we can fit check later. Lo knows I know how to dress. She can tell you. All right. So I thought the video was good. I thought that there were some bits and pieces though, for sure. So with the 4 points, like the first one was synchronicity and meaning. And I think in order to get that, people need to have courage, like fortitude. A lot of people lack fortitude in order to get to that space. Some people say it's balls, some people say it's guts, but it takes a lot for people to step into what is meaning and purpose into their life. So that was the first.
Right, like, how do we develop that? What do you have?
You have to suspend fear, believe in God or who you worship, and take that leap of faith. That's how you develop it.
It's kind of forcing yourself too. You got to just force yourself.
Yes, BB the doctor is in the building. Let's
And you
get it.
get braver as you like build. Like I used to have like terrible stage fright. Then I did music, and that, loosened me up to that, etc.
Yep. All it takes is one time. Once you kind of break the ice, you kind of get into a habit. It's just like doing streaming YouTube.
What we're doing right now. That's kind of what I was going to say.
Just step yourself out
It
there
does help.
and see how it goes. It's not
You
supposed to
guys
be
do help
perfect.
me with that.
Yep. So you want me to keep going or
Please, please.
No, I wanted to hear what else you said about it. I think that's great. Great point. And it's true. And I struggle with that, like wondering like how to get myself where I need to be to accomplish what I need to accomplish, and facing. I think a lot of people are crippled by fear and lack courage, lack conviction. They lack confidence in their views, so they feel like they don't want to put themselves out there and be like exposed.
I definitely.
I was trying
literally
to
is a
expose
thing.
myself, like, and see what happens before anyone else exposes me. So far, it's been going great.
I mean, think about it. Like some people, they'll never hit the link. They'll always be in the chat because it's just that fear of public speaking. They don't even have to cam up. It's just hearing their own voice. Like that's how afraid people are of things. So.
Yep, or they'll not even type in chat. There are people who have like said that they for months watched and didn't even type in
They're
chat.
scared to even get their thoughts to be seen. It's definitely it's a
But you have to start with those little steps, and then it just keeps its exponential growth once you're in that like
Until I'm just showing it. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my muscles.
Man, we don't even need the arm. We see the shoulders and the neck is enough.
Stop it. I do that for Ruby.
Coping is good, Killerton. Or Killerton or whatever. Coping is good. Maybe you should try coping and not spurring out in chat constantly. I retract saying spurg and I retract my violent tone.
Lo, can I real quick ask Lo one question? And Universal, one question before we go any further. You guys can obviously kick me whenever. What I'm gonna bring is just a same shit that we all do have. I'm shy to talk about my shit in real life. We're all just kind of fucking doing this at the same time, and I'll spit until I can't type of situation. I'll never try to clog the line. But
do you have like real life? Like, what's your real life social? Like, what is your social life like?
I'm outgoing. Yeah, like my social life is fine. Do
you like go out a lot?
Like go out.
I don't know. Like
I don't go out to like.
I never know if I'm socializing enough.
Yeah,
or like if I'm.
So I don't go to bars, but I have opportunity to.
Or like any kind of social interaction. Like for me, I'll think of like just any social thing. Like I will plan.
Well, I work around people all the time. So
True, I think that counts too. I think that counts.
Yeah, and then I gotta be. I'm a very social community. I'm a very community oriented man in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to say?
I
So it's
that.
like I'm
you
a very it's known. Like I got family that I'm not isolated in any way. This is more my super big hobby. That's like it's taking up a lot. It's taking up a lot more.
Are you guys doing a channel yet? Because if you're already so in it. When people start going on panels at that level, I'm like, just make a channel. So at least it's like building up to something.
Well, my thing, I was in trouble for this. Since we've been, and I didn't tell anybody. So like all the times that we were doing a lot of shit, I was on fucking something to where I shouldn't have been doing what the fuck half the shit I was doing all the time. So I'm
glad you're not doing that shit.
Well, now
what's your question?
Weed is the only okay drug.
Go ahead. No.
He didn't have a question.
No, I'm not saying nothing bad. Either way, what we're talking about is.
He said, "Lo, I have."
Okay, Lo, I had a question. It was this. Can I go ahead and get a pass for 5 seconds? Because I got obviously glitched out on what it was, but we do have to talk about something. I can't remember right now. It's in
the social. Your social points. Boom, boom, boom. Down 5 points.
Broke me.
Subtracted.
-5.
Sorry, this is a mean Ruby.
No, what?
No. I'm being a joker. I'm trying to find my wheat pen.
That's crazy.
That's
all right.
crazy.
So, Universal, I would like to continue to hear your notes on.
Yes, exactly. We were on the same page.
Yes.
All right. The second point was meaningful work. And ultimately, that takes motivation. And you can be motivated by good things, bad things, but motivation, and you all were talking about this earlier in the stream, about how motivation gets people moving forward, gets people going. It's necessary. So when you find people who are not motivated, like people who have depression, that's when you start to see people leak into like really deep, dark spaces. So it's hard to overcome and it's hard to move forward. But we all need to be motivated by something. And that's what I think why this channel is important, because you all are trying to put positivity out in a space where there's a lot of negativity in a lot of different communities to motivate people to disconnect with something greater than themselves. So that's important.
Absolutely. Yeah, we appreciate that. That's what we're trying to do, you know, and it's fun and we like love every aspect of it, but ultimately we really do want to be connecting. And from my time of streaming this past year, I learned a lot about what I do not want to do, you know, and I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of things happened, but I have that gratitude for it because it all manifested into this project I still believe in.
Giggler has a good question. She asks, where do we get motivation from?
Yeah, you can get motivation.
That's
Anybody
a
can
great
answer. Go ahead.
question. I mean, I personally was just going to answer. It's like, it's just something to me. It's like something that you find. So like, I'll just use myself for an example. Like streaming gave me motivation. Like once I found something that I really liked doing and I didn't look at it as a chore or a burden upon my life, something that was uplifting me, that's kind of how I took something that was nothing into motivation. So that's my one point of advice.
For sure.
Yep. What do others think?
Yeah, I don't. I struggle with motivation, but I think that's a good answer. The way I do it is, it's like, yeah, it's about being correctly motivated by an incentive. For us, it's like we like streaming, we like the creative process, so we are putting that energy and focus towards it. I'm highly motivated on YouTube. Cleaning my room, very not motivated.
I was gonna say,
then it goes to zero. Like,
how do we get the
crazy.
motivation? I think not better question to ask than Giggler, but how do we get motivation for the things that we don't want to do? That's a good question.
I mean, for me lately, I've started with the like, the like literally just do the most tiny thing. Like, all right, I can literally throw out one can, or I can go on the elliptical for 1 minute. I just have to trick myself, and that helps. And like psyching myself out. Like sometimes I have to talk like harsh to be like, oh, like what, you can't do this? Are you fucking incapable? Like, do you need disability? Like I had like psych myself out a bit sometimes. And like a rough way to feel like I'm capable, where's the issue? And then if I make myself feel insecure, it can trigger motivation.
So my thing is I work with I remake or rebuild or if somebody moves out of a unit or a condo or townhouse or apartments, I'm the guy that comes in, repaints the fucking walls, does all the outlets, does all the fucking, if it's old tile, all the maintenance shit. But I'm not a maintenance man, but maintenance shit, right? And when somebody like dies, like you got to just clean everything out, all that shit. But in my own home, right, I don't have quite that motivation. Do I have all the fucking tools and all the even scrap shit to remodel fucking my entire home? Easy.
You're answering
the question. I do not have. I had to rewire an entire fucking house today, and listening to Mark Fusion shit at 8 o'clock he starts, and then it ended.
I was watching him earlier.
You guys were
I got
with
on that
me all day at work, and all I did is do all the outlets and reroute the like box in an apartment, and that shit you can have done in like a fucking half a day. But I was like fucking nickel and diming it and just chilling and doing it, and it's weird that I don't come home and there's outlets right here, even in this fucking room. But this room's flooded on me about fucking 4 times, right? This fucking room had woken up and went to like this much fucking water at a left field when seasons change, right? So it's just like fucking, you get sick of doing it for yourself, but I do it every day. And so motivation wise, I guess I get motivated to I do get motivated to prove people wrong.
Bingo.
I'm very
you're walking right into there.
The real N word. I get very motivated to talk right. I get very motivated to turn my cam on and talk to you guys and be support you guys. I'm very motivated by that. A lot of my day pushes me through just to support Ruby, to support Lo, to support Grace, whatever. To even be the only person that does that that is a working dude, and like even show it where I pull mud and finish concrete, and I'm doing that instead of sitting at home bullying people online the whole day. I'll bully and talk shit. Like I'll bully and talk shit. Everyone knows I do talk shit, but I do have a presence of knowing that I am out grinding out here a bit.
Yeah.
And I do
It's
put a
gonna
lot of
fall into bullying, especially like on the Thorpe Discord. That will melt your brain.
Yeah,
to spend time there. Will melt your brain, and all your fabric of what you know to be real and good and true in this world will become distorted. In my experience, that's why I don't.
Yeah, there was a lot at the like. If I was a woman, it'd be a little different. With me, there was obviously a lot of the N-word bullshit. Whatever, we don't got to go through our whole fucking thing.
I know. I don't know why you tolerate Ben calling you hard R. Seems like a bit.
He doesn't call me hard R. He does. Has he?
I think
Don't fall down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we don't even gotta watch. We don't.
Yeah,
even
let
he never said anything like I never.
with you ladies. What
Go
it
ahead,
is,
Universal, with your next
I
note.
do like going to work and even talking about the work I do for a little bit on Fusion Stream, or where I know that you guys are gonna hang out, and then coming and chopping it up here, and then being able to support Low with their blankets, support the hats.
Yeah,
like I don't do that out of fucking disability, or like I've heard people be like, "Fucking these motherfuckers are only supporting." It's like, dog, I work much, and I'm able to come on stream, and I'm able to talk, and I do have social anxiety. I do have whatever, but do I want to sound like a pussy for it? Like this is my, I guess, my venting to not sound like a pussy for it.
Let me hop in for a second. Because you're answering the question without directly answering the question. And motivation comes in relation because we're human beings, just like energy suckers. Because you can get just demotivated from an individual or a Thorpe's fucking Discord, just like you can get motivated from a LOL Angelz Discord. So listen, it's all through relation, and it's about how you see yourself. And you said it, you didn't even realize what you were saying. I can go out here and do masterful work that I get paid for someone else. And I can come home and my fucking light switches don't work. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's because you have a different relation to your home and to what you do for work or your craft or what you do for someone else. And you also said, you want to prove a motherfucker wrong, and that's important too. Now that's your ego, but at the same time, it's still in relation with someone else. So that's where you get motivation.
It is weird. Like I'm looking over at a half-finished, beautiful, like basement done wall right here, right? But the plastical relay switch is off because I've had to pull that motherfucker off 4 times because there's something wrong with the fucking just the wiring, right? But I just all day today did wiring all fucking day in this apartment.
Yeah.
Where I know I could sit at home and do it, but when I get home I want to fucking
No, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I have no motivation when I get home.
Yeah. And it's like my maintained area is fine enough. Like I'll keep my outward appearance. It's not like, I guess it's almost like my body, right? Your body, I keep it at a maintained level of superiority, we'll say. Right. But am I doing the technical things to make it fucking optimum? Right. Do you gotta get right? Yeah. I guess we'll keep our spiritual home as our body. Right. And our other home, there's a certain thing that we must do on your physical body. Like there's a certain look I'll want to have on the outside.
Right.
But internally it's fucked up. And so there's a certain projection that I suppose I do with my work and whatever that's outside that isn't internal. I don't know if I'm getting too. Am I on mushrooms tonight?
I pulled out this book real quick, 48 Laws of Power. Even though it's totally psychopathic in its advice, it mentions a couple times though, and this has helped me somewhat in not taking certain things personally, is learn how to use your enemies. And it's all about taking those haters, and I love proving people wrong.
Go ahead.
When I played in bands, I had such a complex I had a huge complex about being a female musician. I wanted to prove people wrong. Be like, I'm good at this. I'm not gonna fuck up. So I practiced extra, practice for hours, just to make sure, I had this so that motivates for me. That working with your insecurity, proving the haters wrong. It's like a negative motivation, but it does motivate for sure.
But you know that female musicians are not as good. I'm kidding.
That
is weird. That is weird. So what is that? So now if we even want to not psycho step that shit, but be then so that victim level. So is being considered a victim, right? Is that not considered ammo to fucking big yourself up? Like considered being like all my life, I never want to be considered like a bitch. So I fucking am doing shit to fucking be like, fuck, you ain't gonna call me a little pussy, dog.
You like this.
But do you get what I mean? Like, so what energy is that? Am I a victim of not wanting to be a pussy?
No, I think that you can always channel that right if you have the right mindset. But some people take pride in victimhood and they don't know how to move beyond it. So if you don't take pride in it, then you're good.
I used to take pride in that. Like I very much, I was in a social group where like the more fucked your life was, is like the more status you have. It was like, like the biggest victim held all the social power and they wielded it.
Absolutely.
Shit got dark.
That's crazy.
Victims
I
have
never thought of it like that.
power.
So my aunt, so my family, just no talking down. So my family took food stamps, and my family has like commodities. My bigger family, but my mother never. I never was raised on WIC or food stamps or commodities from the res. Right. But our whole family now we get like fucking. Trust me, I could show you. When my cousin comes back from Belcourt, we get fucking. I'll take it now. Obviously,
I'll take it.
But I wasn't. But
we never got that when I was little either. Even though we needed it, like we never got it. But as an adult, like
I was never raised on a. My mom never fucking was the same way my aunts and whatnot were. So I kind of was just like, that's not a option. So I never knew it. But like, does my mom go like this? You'll send the commodities home when everyone goes to Belcourt? Like fucking duh. Now, because they're getting like 80. We got 80 pounds of fucking beef during Christmas. 3 hams.
Ooh, nice.
Now we're jumping all over the place, Tommy. I feel
No,
like
I'm just letting you know, like the handle.
I don't want to cut you off.
I can rope it back in if you want.
Like it's just
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Universal.
And Spicoli is here to obviously wrap this whole bow together. God, I'm looking fucking ferocious for fucking Ruby tonight. Fucking A, Ruby, that's for you, baby. Just kidding.
All right, Universal, take it away.
Do you want me to go through the next 2 things? So the third thing he talked about was meaning through love and relationships. So if you notice, all these are connected. All these are connected. So in order for meaning to come through love and relationships, one of the key things that people have to have is forgiveness. And I don't want to get too deep tonight on here. This ain't a group therapy session. But some of what both you, Ruby, and Lo talked about earlier, I think there's some people that you guys need to forgive in your lives in order to continue through your healing journey. And I ain't gonna go too far in that. But you both, and honestly, King, you just expressed some stuff too, where I think that there's a level of forgiveness there as well. But that's one of the best ways for us to find meaning through love and relationships is by coming to a space of forgiveness for ourselves, because that's what. If we want to get spiritual, that's what God is. I mean, once we forgive those who've done wrong to us, it opens up a new pathway to connect with God. So it's very important that we figure out ways to find forgiveness in order for our own healing journeys to progress. So that was the one thing I wanted to add to what he said.
It always better than holding on to like things too. There's certain things I could forgive. It's just hard when it's such an active, relentless, targeted harassment from certain people. But I do try to not take it personal, just realize like there's people with severe mental health problems. I've gotten mixed up in it. Yes, they attack me and have kind of destroyed my life in some ways, but I forgive them.
No, and I definitely
it's obviously I have to work on it. It's hard because it like happens all the time, but like it actually isn't that bad. So I'm trying to.
I feel like when it comes to like the people in my life, I've definitely forgiven them. But when you brought up the point, Universal, of like forgiving yourself, there's probably some stuff that I haven't forgiven myself about. So that's probably what I would work on. But when it comes to other people, I can say that I forgive people actually probably too much. I definitely shouldn't. But like you said, when you do start forgiving other people and God steps into your life, it opens up a whole new world, because it's like, and then I just have that thought in my head that's like, okay, if God can forgive me for the things that I've done in my life, I'm pretty sure I can forgive someone for fucking fucking me over a few times or something. Like, but when it comes to
You can
myself,
also
that's
forgive and choose to separate. Is totally
yeah, no, that's
you
what I
know,
do. I forgive and I separate. But when it comes to myself, I think me personally, it's harder to forgive yourself than to forgive others because you live within yourself. So you kind of have
For sure, it
that
has.
shame and that guilt within inside you. So
Can I make
Yeah.
hello, ladies? Hi,
Hi,
King.
Spicoli. Wow, you've been so pleasant.
He did take it. He did.
I
You've been
was
so
taking
well
a
behaved.
I was taking a big pie pit. Now, first of all, I have a couple of things to say. For me, it's easier for me to forgive myself than somebody else, unless well, I mean, if I do something to somebody that's bad, then it could be hard for me to forgive myself. But if somebody does something to me and really fucks me over, a lot of times, if it's really bad, I don't forgive them. And they'll say that if you don't forgive them, you'll harbor ill feelings towards them and have this hatred or dislike. And you know what? Quite frankly, maybe that for me, that goes on for a little while. And I kind of like that feeling because it reminds me of what, you know, why they fucked me over. Usually, there's only 2 or 3 people like that in my world right now. You know, it usually doesn't happen. And then, but you know, I will forgive myself. Like, for instance, somebody recently, not recently, but a couple of years ago, did something and screwed me over, and I felt really stupid for for trusting them to screw me over. So I never forgave them, but I eventually forgave myself for being so stupid to let them screw me over because I was just being a cool dude. So that's one thing. But let me make
I
another
struggle
point.
to stay mad, so I usually it's like I struggle to stay mad, so I forget why I like, you know, try to step away from someone and I get hurt over and over and over and over and over by the same
Yes.
people. I'm only like just trying to learn how to set boundaries and like, and I do
Yeah.
want to do it in like a more graceful way that's not like, you know, aggressive or hurting anyone's feelings, and just is like I choose to not be around this kind of behavior, and but I forgive and like I don't harbor.
Let me make a
ill
point
will.
why you do
I
that.
do want to get fully there.
Because I do that too. What happens is, I mean, I hate to say, well, I don't hate to say it. I like to say it. I'm the type of person, I know people are going to say you're naive or whatever, but when I meet people, unless I know their background or unless they look shady, I usually, you know, trust people. I usually trust people until they've given me a reason not to trust them. I'll tell you why. Because first of all, if I went around trusting, I'll tell you why. Because if I went around not trusting anybody, it would be a fucked up life. I'd be walking around paranoid. So you can't go around not trusting people. But when you do trust people, you have to still, when you first meet them, trust is something earned over time, I find, obviously. So, you know, obviously, the longer you know
Depends on
somebody.
the level of trust, like I don't
Yeah.
know.
But in
And
other
it
words,
depends on your life, like your class level and all kinds of things factor in.
What?
Well, here's my recommendation, though.
I think like your
When you-
class, I think you can be born in like a high trust or low trust environment. If you're born in like a more like poverty stricken area, like I feel like it's a less trusting environment overall. There's more suspicion, like
Of course.
then if
But
you're
let
like
me
in
make
the
a point.
suburbs where everyone's like, here's my laptop, like
I do
you
hear
know,
Let me make a point. Let me finish. Okay, but even if you're in an environment that's not trusting, like let's say you're in prison or something or some bad neighborhood, then but here's the whole point. Here's the lesson in here. Then you can't. Then it's up to you to determine how much you want to interact with certain people or how much information you want to give people that there would have to be an amount of trust. For instance, let's face it, I could be in a bad area and I could be dealing with people that I don't trust at all, and everything will just be super. I won't give them anything to, in other words, I won't say anything to them that they can hurt me with. So then trust doesn't become an issue because I'm not giving them the info.
That's where I was getting to.
Okay, but let me make another point.
Vanta.
Oh, hi.
Hello,
Let me
chat.
make,
Hello,
can I make one
panel.
more quick point about social anxiety? I get social anxiety when, and it happens, not too often, but I do see it. When I see, you know, when I see a woman who's 200 plus pounds or 250 pounds, and she's wearing like usually black tight leggings, and you know,
All right.
I told you, BB.
What?
And Vanta, are you're
told
not
you.
gonna porn bomb me or anything? I just want
No.
No, Venta's cool. I'll vouch for him.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay,
I'm not
I'm
silly
very
boy.
see. I've been in a low trust environment. I'm trying to create a more high trust environment, but I have that low trust mentality. I gotta get rid of it.
I'll tear him up just to show you. I come with
There you go.
peace.
There you go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
cool. This is cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That helps just because people do fuck with
that's
channels.
real.
I see EFT gets porn bombed all the time.
Stevie never
so
does that.
Ro does too now.
I was told your stream is about positivity, good vibes, and all that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
well,
no,
trying mostly, yeah.
yeah. I don't want to come here with evil intention.
Good.
Yeah.
How did you find the stream?
Lola. Yeah.
Oh, you're from Lowe's audience? Welcome. I'm Ruby. Nice to officially meet you.
Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
she's my co-host. We do obviously LOL Angels. It's around love, light, and positivity, speaking about our relationships, situations in life, hardships, journeys within God, just ourselves. So
Right.
Can I
mean, that's my topic. Yeah. Yeah.
Come
real quick before that happens? I didn't
My
see
hand was
that.
on that button, jackass. Grimace, you're so banned. Fuck
That
you.
was Grimace. I
and
didn't see what
Grimace,
he
you're
did.
banned from my channel too, because not did you really just do that when people
crazy.
know how I feel
Whipped
about
out his dick.
Was it that bad?
I saw it backstage.
Hold on, I'll be back. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm about to ban Grimace.
Well, I think we should leave space
banned.
for if someone used his name, but like
I am done.
this
I'm not
is the
doing
same guy
it.
who posted
People are
pictures of me
nasty.
from my.
People know how I feel about fucking nasty ass fucking porn bombers. I don't fuck with that.
Can I say
fuck
this?
Before, but you're nasty as fuck.
Ruby.
Fuck you, and that's it. You're banned for life, ever. What the fuck? I gotta mute myself.
Grimace.
because-
Okay.
Can I say?
Grimace, why don't you come up and be yourself and prove that that wasn't you?
Oh,
Can I say this?
we're gonna
real
assume it
quick?
was.
I mean, but this dude's been sketchy from the jump. I just
Ruby.
can't believe it's so
This is the
dumb.
bullshit that I get, or universal.
Yeah,
Can I talk to
yes.
you about this?
Why would
This is
someone
the
use your
shit that
name,
I get
Grimace?
pulled into, right?
Yeah.
Have
pretty
you and I
niche.
talked enough to know that I don't do any of this shit? that
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah. I don't believe you do. And also, I think
Or
your
not
name
even- I'm
carries
just
enough
saying, like,
weight.
even if I get in a squabble with Ruby, like, and I'm a jerk to her, I'm never gonna be type of. There's a different energy that TK fucking exudes.
Right.
Can we say that at least? And Ruby, real quick, since we do have cock on the mind or whatever was on the mind.
My God. Wait, what?
Man, it came at the wrong time, man.
Finger was on the remove button.
I'm gonna uncam Universal. I'm gonna uncam.
Well, I did see his
Came at
dick
the wrong
backstage,
time,
and it
Pam.
was
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
God.
I saw this today, and the last time you were talking, when you were in that Uber
What's up, Grimace?
playing, when they had that slow jam, right when because he had like Cardi B or something, you're like, bump, 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 and you ain't been bumping in a minute. You obviously haven't been bumping in a minute, and that's fine. When you come to the Midwest,
I'm
when you
always
come to the Midwest,
bumping and grinding. Are you asking for a sexy dance because you saw a pee-pee?
Hold on.
This
So
this LOL Angels was
This is
good.
my figure.
Sorry. All right, this is the Angel show. Let's
I
bring it
know,
down
but
to,
we had an intermission. I was trying to do this during intermission.
I heard positivity and I come here.
Yes.
It was it was so small that it was a small visual for me to
Was
even
it? I didn't
process
see
as
it.
a
I didn't
dick.
see it. I love that.
But what happened was I saw my finger was on the button. I saw him point down, but backstage I saw the dick.
My cheeks are red and I'm flustered and I don't want to come back on camera. That was very fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's so lame to do
Yeah.
it.
You're banned. You're banned.
Low
Grimace.
doesn't play
Unfair.
that shit, dude. Why? And then why do they gotta come from the stream or the community that like I come from? That's what's
Why
lame.
this is so dumb. I don't know what Grimace would do because he's a regular chatter.
Yeah, that's what. And I
It
thought
seems
that
like
we have a-
crazy for him. That's why I do want to leave
All
space for if like
for a Grimace.
someone used his name, but like
CBA
who would use his name? Why would someone do
Universal,
that?
educate me, Universal. What's Wagwan, fam? What's happening here,
It kind of
Universal?
feels like it's just like
man.
revenge for me banning them or
Let's see
something.
what
I don't
he's
know.
saying.
So lame. That's, and
Oh,
I do
man.
apologize. I'll just let y'all. We'll talk about what we got.
Also, MDX, we fucking loved your song. Where did
Let's
MDX
see.
go?
This is the fourth time this week.
Oh, yeah,
see what
sorry,
he-
audience, about that. We were having a great episode. We did have a
You have
little.
to fucking say for yourself, Grimace. He said, "Someone help." It wasn't him. He doesn't know what happened.
Come on. Hello,
Oh,
are we
no.
believing Grimace?
It said I seen it. It said Grimace.
It said Grimace, and
Same
the
picture.
picture of it was a flower. Like
Sometimes people do
Hold
use
up,
other
Stephen
names. I do.
David
It
here.
just seems
What
so
does Stephen
dumb.
David say?
Because that's so
Ruby-
obviously he's gonna get banned from everywhere. Like I don't
Yeah.
get it, dude. But like who would impersonate you, dude?
Who else would use your name? Who
I
else
trust
That's
Stephen
so
David a
niche.
lot.
Grimace, just come up and prove yourself.
I trust Stephen David a lot.
Right.
Yeah, well, come up and prove yourself.
They can bet you in the back.
Listen, Grimace, if you come up in 2 minutes by 9:20 or wherever the fuck you are, I won't ban you from my channel forever. Okay? If you can prove that, you can come
But
up.
what?
Yeah, I don't want to
What
leave
are you
space for if it wasn't, because that
bombing
doesn't
around
even
here?
make sense. But
Well, then
Grimace
you
has
said
been
no,
banned
like,
from my chat many times for a reason.
You're
Be
banned.
banned.
Because if it really wasn't
No, you don't have to. Can't. Oh,
What'd she do?
Right on, John. Oh,
yourself, you would find a
Is
way.
Ruby getting spicy?
just come, Grimace. Just come on and talk. They can see you in the back. You can throw up a
You
graphic.
want one right
Right. Okay, if you got impersonated,
Throw up a
prove
graphic.
it.
Yeah,
Like-
just come up.
This is just what a guilty man would say.
now.
Also, what an innocent man would say. So I don't know.
You know what it is all the excuse on Twitter. It's like, oh, I got hacked. Someone hacked my account.
But it's like, why
not
would you
hard
just
to
instantly
know
want to
someone's
ban?
name.
Watch
He's
Illuminati
in
get
chats.
Right.
He's in Lowe's chat every day. He was like in my chat like every day, and I banned him for
That's
saying
what I'm saying.
shit.
He's never done that, and he's never done anything
You
to
don't
out
have.
of- That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, he's been weird to me many times, like with the pictures
we
and looking
get
at my porn
screenshots
and
of
talking
these
about it.
cocks?
But like,
People know.
No,
What
that
does
shit,
it
we're
do?
Rewind the stream.
going back and screenshotting that shit because that shit wasn't even on.
No,
the
never,
screen.
never.
it didn't. He started pointing it down and unzipping, and I instantly put him backstage, and then I saw the dick come out. I swear to fucking God. It
Nobody
went
just.
down
Ow!
like this, and then
Don't do that.
out.
Don't do that. Ugh.
I'd ham hock that.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
we
keep-
gotta,
Like, baby, I'm
we
not
gotta-
doing
we
other
gotta
shit, but I'd be like this.
All right, all right.
I'd drop it out.
All right, let's reset. Let's reset.
What is wrong with? Let's reset. What the boys? You can't finger wiggle. You dick. You gotta have
Here's
it-
how we
you
can.
gotta have it
Here's
like
how we can
fucking-
prove it.
Oh, disappointing Dan. What a
No,
great
hold on,
reference.
is he here?
Disappointing
man
Dan.
for
Wow, your
Bro.
testimony hits.
Your testimony does show
Bro,
up now. And him and Z-Star
that's
both
a
got
bad
beef with
picture,
TK. Ruby,
That's not
Ruby,
even-
both are gentlemen.
Free people.
This is. I think I know how he can prove if it's him or not.
Okay, we need to know because
Grimace,
he
come
was a
up.
regular chatter, so I feel like we should investigate just because he's a regular chatter.
Was it Dan
Here,
trying to be
I'll put it in the back chat how we know if
And
it's
it's
him or not.
just so
But
he's
hold on.
never joined a video or voice or anything.
I can solve this problem, but he's gonna have to get some.
But
courage to
he
come up.
also could be mad that I banned him from my chat. But we were just talking. I even just said I missed him a little bit. I was like warming up to the idea of unbanning him. So it seems so random. I thought we were making
Okay,
progress.
and
I can solve it.
This
is for Law and Order.
This
I can
is Law
solve
and
it.
Order. Someone pull up Lowe's
One's
channel.
listening.
Doom doom. Well, what's that theme?
I
Doom,
can.
doom.
Give me a second. I can.
Universal got this. I love this. Let's do it. And
Well,
I'm
they shut the-
on sound today.
No, like I honestly can prove if it's him or not because I just went back to the stream. I have evidence. Grimace, hold on one sec. Hold on, Lo. Grimace, come up. You don't have to get on cam, but point the cam at your kitchen floor.
I
Come
love
up and point at your kitchen floor.
Okay.
Ruby, I'm gonna put in the back chat what it looks like, and if it does, if it doesn't match what it looks like on screen, it's not him. But if it does, we got your ass. Let's go.
How much does it mean to you, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, funny. You are.
I mean, like, how
I'm gonna
else do we do
text
it?
you
This is a
proof.
very serious crime. Like, it is actually like kind of like
I think
criminal.
it's lame, dog.
I'm gonna text you proof, Lo.
Public
Like,
indecency.
it's not only just like flashing someone, it's also trying to get their channel like deleted.
And if
Or,
it
like,
is
getting
you,
the
bro,
video-
don't ever pull your dick out
Absolutely.
again, bro. This is embarrassing, man.
Get your man
Don't ever
Dan
do this
Stud
again.
Muffin. Hit that button. NZ Star. Hit that button.
I'm new to the channel, but I know through history, if you want to be part of the community here, you need to back it up. Back it up with show your
Yeah.
face, or take a picture, like what Universal said. Take a
Right.
picture. Yeah.
We have
Start the
enough
camera.
evidence. He just points the camera at the kitchen floor. We'll know if it's him or not.
Just
'cause it's
point it
black.
at your
Great
car and
call,
we'll
great
know
call.
if it's the right
Listen,
one.
listen, Grimace. We're not telling you to get on stream. Yeah, we'll be
background.
listen. No, we'll be able. Hold on, King. We'll be able to see you in the back.
Hear it.
Ruby will be able to see you in the background of the stream. You won't be on the stream. We won't even be able to hear you. But if you show your kitchen floor, then we will know the truth.
Lo, you see the text?
All right, we've got like a minute.
Let's go.
Bro, we are banned for life, dude. Are you gonna show up to your hearing or not?
You see, don't describe anything, Lo, but do you see what I'm seeing? What I'm talking about?
Where at?
I just texted to you.
I didn't get it yet.
This is not a good look, especially considering his recent
Oh,
other
the wrong
criminal incident
one.
of looking at my pictures. Guilty. We posted the link, Dodo, and you don't have to come up.
I sent to the wrong
or
one.
say
That's
anything.
funny.
I'm not
All right,
going to
we'll
bring
do
you
it.
up.
You don't have to come up on panel. You're just going to be in the
This
back
is for
and
your life or death
Ruby going
in this community.
whether the kitchen floor is the same because we knew it was a kitchen. It was a kitchen floor. I remember it was checkered. Okay, with fucking like
Stop talking. You're telling too much. You're gonna get. They're gonna give it away.
We're here to wear play.
That's why I said don't say anything. Just check it out. All right.
Wow.
Come on up, Grimace.
Oh yeah, it's in my chat.
Prove
Or
yourself.
no, my chat, the LOL Angels chat, not the other one. Or no, I'm sure Lo probably posted it too. Dude, I know he's already been a bit much.
You guys are giving it away. You guys are giving it away. Yeah, let him prove himself.
I've seen this before. Some of
Can I
these people.
send it over this? Are you confused about? Like, wow, this is getting guilty.
Yeah, you're banned. Sorry,
Sorry,
Oh,
dude.
done, bro.
Offers
Hey man, we tried to help you.
Mega disappointing. Mega disappointing. Last chance.
Let me see. Oh yeah.
Play the double
We got
jeopardy
the
music.
floor. We got the
Double
floor.
Jeopardy.
Grimace, I'll give you one more second. Get up here and show your floor. Get up here and show your floor.
Come on, Grimace, you better than that. We better than that. We better
Who
than
did
that.
this? Yeah, you fucked yourself over, my brother.
Come on,
What the
bro.
hell? Yeah, you fucked yourself over the moment you put your cock in my face.
Grimace was a
Oh.
nitpicker.
Good lord.
Yikes. And it was weird looking.
Weird.
What do you mean? What was it? Was it tangled up?
It was
like
like,
a DNA? Was it like a
no,
DNA?
it was short, but it was thin.
I have no. I'm not even gonna say.
That was a weird.
You're not gonna
I
dox
would.
yourself, Grimace. You're not gonna dox yourself. Like
I wouldn't be whipping it out,
Oh,
bro.
come on.
All you have to do is point the camera at your floor, bro. That's
Just
it.
do the floor chat.
This is giving
Talk to
guilty.
Grimace a lot. Haven't we
Yeah,
all
it was
talked to
like,
Grimace?
well, no, it actually looked like there was
Here, look.
like it was thin and like
Here,
blood,
I'll send you the actual.
What does that mean?
thin and like floppy, like a broken finger or something.
What?
Very thin dick. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Let's stop.
It might
Don't
have-
start sending your
Stop.
dick.
Depth of girth.
Stop, bro.
Can't do that.
I started a
Do
poll.
that.
If you want to go over to Riding High with Low, I started a poll in my thing. Should Grimace be
Yeah.
banned?
Can you not say certain polls in your thing right now?
Hold for the
Yeah,
look at
answer.
this
Not,
comment.
not good timing.
I'm playing. I'm playing. She gets so shy. She's
Purple
the
micro
shyest.
penis.
Was it a purple micro paint? No, it was green.
Well, I just
It was a
sent
green
you the.
He-Man. I'm gonna trust He-Man.
It's not. I mean, damn, bro. Listen,
Can he
Bro,
video call
that
on
second
Discord?
photo, low. You might have to zoom in a
He
bit to
can't.
see it. It's there.
Click.
Universal, how the fuck you are a
I'm just good at this shit.
Oh,
I'm looking at dicks.
Your
Let me be
cock
very clear.
What is that? What is
Exactly.
that?
hold up? I started a
Ruby,
poll.
what is that?
What is it? I'm
Yes,
not going
Grimace,
down.
you can video call me on
Yeah,
on Discord too. We can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
literally anything, bruh. What?
Here,
I
I'll
do-
open the
do you know
video
how many
call
videos-
right now.
I video message Ruby.
Oh,
I
God, no.
do these weird dances.
Come on, Grimace.
Protests and riots. Not again.
The call is open. Let's go.
Deception. What? Not again. What, Ruby?
Universal, you said this was a positive. You said this was a positive stream. It was
Hey,
not
you know,
music.
Vanta, I don't know what to tell you, man. Listen, this is usually a positive stream. It got detoured. Sorry it happened when you came on. I don't know if you're bringing that bad UK energy.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Do you want to come watch this investigation stuff?
I'm chaos.
My
chaos
poll,
and
the
fun.
poll isn't going well. People don't want me to ban Grimace.
Oh,
It's that-
Grimace,
No, don't.
Hey, man.
Hey, you guys better go over there from LOL Angels.
We
if you
need a
want
jury
Grimace
of our
banned.
peers.
We need to
Like,
see
people are at
facts.
it.
We need to.
Everyone vote.
Stephen David.
Everyone vote.
Everybody go over to Running High with
Crazy. Let's see the evidence.
Yeah, wait, let me look it out. I'm gonna vote.
What poll?
I know
Uh,
my
Don't
vote.
come back
Let's
though. Don't.
investigate. I trust Stephen David, and that sucks.
Have
I
fun with
do.
that long, weird, floppy
That's
dick.
fucked. That's fucked.
Little freak.
Fucked. Stephen David's making me want to investigate Ruby. I do trust him.
Chaos.
Does he have a lawyer even? Like, what's going on? Like, come
BB,
on.
No, we
yes,
all
BB.
gotta. Everyone
Chaos.
else. Stephen,
He obviously
Ruby.
doesn't give a fuck about showing up to his court
No,
date.
but Ruby,
He just
Ruby.
no showed and went, "Man, I care so much. Man, me know how to push button.
Ruby's
Oopsie,
nuts.
dick out."
Where's
Boing.
the dick at, bro?
Yeah, that's so weird. That's
It's
not
totally
even
weird.
Stephen David energy.
Why would
Because I don't fucking do that shit. Like Dan and I don't whip dicks out, do we?
You're like,
Wait. Time out. What do you mean? Do we? What you guys?
Me
took each
and
other-
the other guy. And I'm like,
Time
so I have
Time
a
out.
boyfriend.
I don't
What do you mean?
know.
We? What do you mean? Do we?
Oh,
Yo,
is Ruby about to reenact it? Reenact it with your lighter,
dude,
Ruby.
I
Use
can't
your
draw a
lighter.
lighter, like,
Use your lighter, Ruby. Reenact it. Reenact it with the lighter.
Smaller than a lighter. Use your pinky finger.
Oh God.
hey, Universal. Do we?
fucking
Really?
whack
Do we?
everywhere.
Do we?
No, I'm not a part of that. Whatever TK was talking about, that ain't got nothing to do with
Meaning
you.
they think that I have a.
There's
a
no
blowjob.
none of the disappointing bad boys, the band boys. None of them have ever sent a dick pic. Boy, they could be in that genre of person.
Now, does Ruby want TK's?
Oh.
All right, let me come
Okay.
back on.
Do you not recall the part where I'm married to Jesus, you bitch?
Not
I
to
mean,
Celibate.
I.
Celibate, but do you celebrate?
Yes, I'm sexy.
No,
and
don't. That's too
celibate.
easy of a thing. Ruby,
Celebrate
I
it.
saw you today, mommy. You caused a crush to happen. That's what tonight was going to end in. So let's get this over with, because we got things to talk about. You were way too sexy.
Oh God, and he whips his dick out.
You were way too beautiful. tonight.
That do we come
Okay, all right, enough glazing. I love the glazing, but it's
Let's figure Grimace out.
we're gonna have, instead of PG, let's take it to just G.
Yes.
Cute video
That was a
of
lot.
puppy.
Cute.
Yeah,
Are we going puppy video?
Go ahead, pull it out.
I mean, if you're still horny after watching a puppy video, there's something weird about you, dude.
I have a comment, but I won't say it.
Are there any baby Grimace videos?
I'll behave.
Stevie.
I'm shocked by this
It
Grimace
tastes like
scandal.
Skittles, sir.
Like,
Skittles.
I did not expect that.
You
I mean,
know
I'm
what?
always expecting a porn bomb potentially. That's why I was
I'm not.
ready for
Hold
it.
on, Kitchen Man Dan
His
reporting
low-
Grimace is
low-
innocent.
Sometimes.
He's been around longer than you and me.
That doesn't mean he's incapable of whipping his dick
think
out
that
in a
means
rage.
there's a long reference.
I'm innocent, I swear.
I think he's trying to say his size.
All right, but the real question is, why don't you guys find the impersonator then? That'll help your
Me,
case.
guys.
Well, whoever, the team who believes he's innocent. Why don't you find the person who did this?
I'm
If it's
just.
not him.
I don't give two shits who did it. You guys are fucking disgusting.
I
That's
hate
all.
that. I hate that. I hate even being
Right, that
considered I'm
was
part of that team.
whack.
I am a humble Somalian pirate. Let me be.
Yeah, same with me, dog. I'm like, there ain't no way, TK. I actually am never even a future.
I can tell by your tank, bro. Your tank top is crazy. That tank top is crazy, bro.
What do you mean?
No, I respect it. I respect it. Salute to you. But that's how I know you're not degenerate, because look at your tank top. You're confident. You're a confident big man. Like, yeah, I'm confident.
Yeah, dog. I don't need to fuck around. I've been
Exactly.
pulling fucking mud around North Dakota for years, homie. I don't gotta fucking whip my dick out to get pussy. That's fucking weird, dog. I can talk myself.
No, what is this a G? When I say G, I'm thinking like not dick, not pussy. We already just had a dick trying to get the attention of this pussy.
Crazy, dude.
But let's elevate to literally anything else.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna riot.
I believe in us. I believe in reframing. We can use our free will together to talk about something that's really like not sexy, like a puppy that's dying.
Not sexy.
Or I don't know, like
look at our whole panel. We are full of sexy people besides Gumby, that mouth. And I'm only saying Gumby.
I heard this motherfucker.
I went back to the gym. I'm trying to lift weights. I'm trying to lift weights. I'm not sexy enough.
Stevie's bringing the variety skills lately.
Universal's handsome as hell. I like Universal in a do-rag too. Universal,
Hi,
do-rag is my favorite.
Guys.
Universal.
I don't know how to take that. We're technically from the same state.
I know that.
Listen, Grimace, if you're innocent, I am sorry. Like, I do think I'm split. I'm freaking.
I honestly, I'm
Oh,
not
you
much lie, guys. I'm going off the poll. So, Grimace is.
Now, do we see how easy it is to type in a random name?
We know that.
We know that. I'm just saying. Do we see how easy it is? Now, if you've been around long enough to see somebody will pick a name in chat, come up on. That's literally how EFD was got. They took Radio Foreman, a literal not shit character to anything, and then they fucking put Jeremy, comedy or whatever, Jeremy M. Peterson, whatever his fucking name is, and then they went up and porn bombed him. I mean, it's so easy. We'll lean her out right now and just be like, I'm Grimace.
Whoa! We'll listen real quick. So why out of everyone on the show, on the panel, out of everybody in the comments, why would they choose Grimace's name?
Odd.
Why would anyone choose anybody's name?
For a fucking reason.
I don't think that's the right. I don't think that's the right.
Because it's them. Because they're mad I banned them. You could probably relate to that feeling.
I'm just saying, if there was no concrete proof that it was Grimace, why are you gonna then?
Well, Grimace won't show his kitchen floor.
That's all he has to do. It can be that simple.
Also, he never
do it.
He never panels up. He's never
But
panels up.
He doesn't have to.
Behind. If he doesn't want to be banned and he wants to prove himself, then he would. Like
that's the easy way to do it. He's risking.
I don't believe it's Dan.
It's not me. Of course, it was never me. I was never in question.
Wait.
That's crazy.
Since you're here, Dan, why don't you show us your kitchen floor? Make sure it wasn't.
That's.
I have carpet.
Dan don't got a kitchen floor.
I have carpet. Yeah.
Go to the kitchen.
His kitchen floor.
Looking for tiles.
Dude, I don't know how to get his name to show again, but
I know his
name is Grimace.
It's like wood paneling. He has a nice. I know. Yes, it's not Dan.
Take off the chat on the screen.
Yeah, that's how you get names up. Unpop the chat.
Unpop
it? Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Guilty, guilty. You're so funny.
Real quick, can we stop this?
That's your own name, my brother.
Promo on Dan.
Do you guys see his name?
Hold on.
Promo Grimace.
He's guilty. So
yeah, my brother.
That was me.
It was you the entire time, Raven. It was you. Yeah,
great, another
it
movie
is.
stunt for attention.
Bamboozled.
Foiled again.
We figured
Now,
it out,
King.
boys. You know what? I'm running a promo on Dan and Z-Star. Pull up Z-Star, ladies.
Z-Star is a rare treat.
Now, that's what I was going to ask you, King. What are you talking about? Me and Z-Star don't like you right now.
Yeah, boys.
Stand and
I
third.
read what you said this week. So the Super Bowl might have got Tommy a little tapped out.
Dude, Grimace, if it wasn't you, I do feel really bad. Like,
Yeah,
even though you've
sure.
been a
I feel
bitch.
bad. I feel
He
bad
can
too.
prove. I don't feel bad.
Hold up. These boys.
Dude, it's a big deal. He's
I'm about
been a
to
chatter for a
wrap
while, so it's like that. It's a harder choice, even though he's a dick all the time, and I ban him and unban him and ban him. He's one of those, but like,
You're
it's
gonna
still
forgive him.
it's
You're gonna
a real
forgive him
final.
regardless.
That's a huge like never ever coming back. Like that's obviously a.
Yeah, that's lying.
Was that his willy or not? Was that his pee or not?
I saw a dick. Yes.
I saw a dick. I didn't see a dick.
wait. Mr. Tank, calm
It
down.
was backstage
because I saw him put the camera down, whip it out, and then it was coming out right when I got him backstage.
Okay, but you don't have to stand up and show the, you know.
Or they were smaller than that.
It's in Lowe's Discord now.
Low is low.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're size shaming that gentleman.
Hey,
I was zooming in. I can't see it,
First
man.
of all, wait the fuck a second, because no, I'm not. Even if it was shaming, you physically scarred me. You scarred my eyes. I don't want to see your fucking nasty ass dick. Okay,
It's average. It's average.
No.
Don't like downplay. Dan, if you're gonna be a jerk, you don't downplay your experience. It's fucked up to do. I know you are totally internet brained and like ruined as a human being.
I don't porn bomb. I don't porn bomb.
I know. I don't actually think you would do that, but I'm just saying, don't downplay it. That it does. It hits a female different, and
it is gay.
Always brand new to fucking YouTube, and you guys have been terrible. Not
Yeah,
you.
don't-
I'm
don't-
speaking to the audience, to whoever has been, you know.
I'd
fucking
like to
around,
argue
like-
the fact that it hits a man worse.
No,
I don't want to see that shit.
No, it don't.
Can I just say, young men, don't do that. Young men, do not porn bomb women. Do not send
I
your
don't
willy
play that shit
to
either.
any
No
women.
disrespect. No
Please,
disrespect.
please don't do that.
I heard what you
don't
said.
bring them up
I heard
because you put men in a bad light. Don't do that. You put men in a bad light. Don't
You hear
do
me?
that. Behave.
Okay. Yeah. Whew.
That's me. That's
Hey,
me.
what's up?
All right.
Welcome back to
I
the
can
show,
vin-
OPC Don.
Thank you. So I can vindicate Grimace here. Maybe not vindicate him, but I know for a fact that he has sent dick pics to Grace. So, yeah, which isn't good.
So that's
which isn't good.
vindication. Validation.
But there should be photo evidence that can say that he didn't do this. I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
You only
this.
had the pictures.
This is taking a turn I didn't expect.
Yeah.
You're basically saying
He's already known for showing his cock.
But you're basically saying OPC Don, the person who porn bombed us, their dick was too small for it to be Grimace's.
And
I don't know. I've never seen Grimace's dick, but I just say there is evidence out there.
Whatever.
That it could be confirmed or disproven. Grace has the evidence.
That's wild.
You have to hit up. You
So
have to hit
is
up
your
Grace,
solution
Ruby.
for Grace, or maybe
You gotta
to
hit
receive the actual dick pics to send to Ruby to prove that it's him or not? Is that your?
No, I think
Yeah,
I
we'd
think
be like, yo,
Universal-
bitch, can you give me
I think
Grimace's
good.
dick pic?
I don't
have
want
a
it.
crush on him.
I think Universal should do the job because he saw it and he's not. I don't think
Universal is-
Lowe. I don't think Lowe or Ruby should
That
be
is
sent.
a good universal.
Don't not become the judge of this. No, thank you. Listen,
Floor, but you will reveal your cock
thank you.
to Grace. You leaked everything.
Why did they cook like that?
I'm trying to highlight the message
Dan
right
will break
there.
his fingers.
I'm
He
trying to
said
highlight the
cock.
message right there.
You are so insensitive with your
I
weird fingers right
Put
now.
this knuckle through your face, Tommy
You
King.
would never.
Do you hear
All right,
me?
everyone.
I don't know if this helps his case though, because if you are known to be a serial dick pic sender, it doesn't help.
I don't think Dan's a serial dick sender.
No,
It's-
Dan.
I'm not in question, Tommy.
All right, guys.
You just
He
did
was using my real name.
This whole show just got trash, man.
What's
This
up,
is fucked
Lo?
Take a full-blown intermission. Get back to LOL Angels because dick pics are not a part of our agenda.
Yes, for sure.
That sidetracked us. Let's put on like a cute, like wholesome puppy video to reset.
Yeah,
Like,
disgusting.
let's find some
People
animals being
recuperation.
cute. That always helps. We did let that go a little haywire, and I was guilty of giving into it. But yeah, we ultimately that's not at all what we want to be about here. Like,
And no,
we
if
shouldn't
they
even be like
send dick
laughing
pics, I
at
guess
it.
we
That's
let
how
it
I
go.
deal with things. But
I
it's
guess
like
that means we
ultimately
let dick
fucked
pics
up.
go. So let's let the dick
Also, could I have a final say before the puppies and all that? But I agree with Lolo, where I've had women send me the coochie and it looked like a smashed peaches, and it was horrible visually. Like, ugh.
What?
Yeah. On
Smashed
Facebook.
peaches?
Smashed
Where are the
peaches.
puppies?
Let's just take a time.
How did he
out
get here?
and Let's rewind.
How did he get here?
Okay, back to the puppy. I'm sorry. That was a footnote. That was a footnote. Back to the puppy. Puppy's
Dude, you
fine.
guys are gonna scare Lo off the internet for fucking ever by being so weird.
Man, so let's-
all the time.
time
Let's
for
take a
daily
fiber.
devotional, maybe ending the show, daily devotional.
Yeah, let's do our last devotional. Let's clear everyone. All right, thank you everyone for coming on
No,
stage.
I like to stay. I like to stay for the devotional, please. Please, I can't.
All right, we love everyone who came
I'll
up.
go to devotion on the other stream. Love you, lady. Thank you. Obviously, Lo, we'll talk about my address. I got to get the address.
I'll text you on Discord.
Yes, thank you everyone. Stevie, pleasure. Vanta, first time coming up. I'm sorry it got so weird, but like normally we try to keep it on track. I probably should have, I don't know, set the law down better on that. But thank you for
good
coming
first
up.
impression, but thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, we're usually more wholesome than that, but thank you for
We
coming.
are more wholesome, but tonight it kind of just got ruined. So
yeah,
it's fine. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good night.
Oh God.
Let's just take a breather for a second, because what the fuck,
dude? What? That sucks. And it's like I don't think like the episode is necessarily like ruined. I think it was still.
Oh no,
like
it was
a lot of good moments, but it's like it ruined. It did like kill what could have been a really good conversation.
But
that kept
ending
going.
of our show, like the show was going all amazing, great.
Yep.
Universal came up, was giving us his professional tips, and then boom.
Universal, love him. He was dropped. I want him up every panel, please. Universal, like you need to be back up here because you had amazing insight, and I thought you made excellent points.
Universal will always come up and speak on the topics that we have because he has very good insight for sure.
And he's on topic, like, and I appreciate like compliments. I like feeling cute and stuff like that, but we don't want to be overly like having a sexual tone here because it's supposed to be more of like a wholesome spiritual vibe, and it's really easy for like those things to distract from that. That's why me and Lo both actually are celibate. So it is especially kind of messed up to porn bomb two celibate women who are trying to do like a show about positivity. It's really sad and depraved that someone has it in their heart to do that for no reason. Whether it was Grimace, and I hope it's not, because even though he's banned constantly for being weird, it's hard
And
to like.
I looked over at the poll. People don't want him banned. And like, you guys know me, Ruby, you know me. I listen to my chat. I don't know why I'm so fucking stupid. So I don't think I'm gonna ban you.
You're learning your own boundaries. You're allowed to test your waters and find your. I'm making up my rules as I go. I don't know what I'm doing. So like, I'm just kind of learning as I go and trying to learn how to cultivate. Like, I think Talmud and like Stevie and the moderators have been a great help to like, help elevate the vibe in general, and like keep the discords going great and like keeping things not like super weird. But Grimace, we're gonna try to give you a fair trial.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Grimace
about it, like,
but at the same time, shit won't be the same. You're not Grimace Shake no more. So that's it. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back. Ruby, I absolutely love you. I think we had a great show today. I think we actually, had some breakthrough with, getting some tips into what we can do about our motivation and meaning into our life, and what meaning, how important meaning is to have. You need it in life to survive, basically, and how important love is. I loved our little pictures that we did, our snow and our sunset pictures, which we will be doing that every week from now on. And next week we will be doing a show and tell also. So you guys already know next week is going to be an amazing show. Just as much. Maybe we'll try to do more art stuff next week. Maybe we'll try to just bring in something new that we haven't done yet. So
yeah. And I grabbed a couple other like just random verses here if people want to look them up later for like things that help with anxiety. You never know what verse is going to really speak to you, but it can be really powerful when it does. So I like to just put that out there. But I think it was my turn for the devotional, or your turn? I forgot.
I think it is my turn.
Okay, and then
let's see.
Yeah, we were gonna do but I thought I loved this episode. It was a topic I've had a lot of. I like talking.
Do you want to put your Cash App in the?
Oh yeah.
Thing. Oh, Stevie already did it. And guys, my Cash App is my name, Riding High with Low. But that's besides.
Yeah, and if anyone wants a Cash App for the hats, maybe like $15 with your address in it. I only have like 10 though, so you just like message me. I'll personalize it or try to make them cute, but basically just to cover like shipping and stuff. So,
right.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get into this. The date is February 12th, and I actually did read this one today because I didn't think that I was going to read it because I thought you were going to read yours, but it's fine because I thought it was absolutely amazing and it almost made me cry. So hopefully it'll reach someone just like it reached me today. So February 12th, he is faithful. And this is from 2 Corinthians 1:20. All of God's promises has been fulfilled in Christ with a resounding yes. The faithfulness of God is something we so easily find ourselves questioning. Though he has proven himself time and time again throughout history, we still wonder whether or not he will come through for us. But the reality is that whenever the sun is shining or the rain is pouring, whether your song comes easily or your tears pour freely, he continues to be faithful. No matter how long you wait, he remains. He will never turn his back on you, and he will never forget the promises he has made. He sees you. He sees you on the nights when you're weary and ready to give up, but instead you bow your head and bless his name. He sees you when you're at the end of yourself and you cry out to him in desperation. He sees and he understands. Lord, give me the strength to wait on your promises and to never lose faith in your faithfulness. Amen. And facts, guys. That's what I always tell you. You're never alone. God is always with you. He hears you. He sees you in your good moments, your bad moments. And he just wants you guys to remember his promises, that we are okay, that we are saved. You know, Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. And yeah, we're all going to be okay, especially after that porn bombing. God, I'm sorry that you had to witness that. I'm sorry that I had to witness that. And yeah, heal my eyes, because wow. Anyways.
Yeah, and heal that person's soul that they
yeah.
People downplay these actions online, and I get it. It's like cringe to like point out, but like I just think it shows how degraded people are in the spiritual and mental health way that this is just common. Like, this is our brand new channel. We don't have all these followers. Why are we having porn bombers already? It's like, but and people are like, oh, ha ha ha. It's like normal, laugh it off. But it's like, we don't want that to be normal, and we want to be pushing back against that kind of behavior, actively setting those boundaries. So please try to respect our boundaries. Obviously, no one's allowed to ever do anything like that. And, you know, it's fine to be, you know, like flirty or fun, but we do want to keep it PG. Is the like reading,
no
I think
bombing, and it's just really ridiculous. But no, you are absolutely right on the fact that we should be praying for him, because the sexual deviancy that we have in this world, like, people don't really realize how big of a problem it is. And I would guess, I don't know the statistics on it, the numbers on it, but I would guess at least 50% of the world has like an addiction to some type of sexual fucking position or
yes,
something
online porn. Oh,
and so yeah, we just have to pray against that. That is not from God. That is something that is diminishing your soul every single time you fucking have that thought, every time you watch that video, every time you fucking stick something in something and something. And yeah,
nowhere you take that, you know.
We need to stop normalizing that shit, because it's not cute, it's not funny. And just to go back to Ruby's main point, like, you know, this is our channel, and yeah, this is, you know, YouTube. You guys can do whatever you like, but we do put up our boundaries for a reason. We don't want to see disgusting stuff like that. So we would very, very, very much appreciate if you respected our boundaries.
Okay, I feel like it is well, sometimes like a bad experience, it can be like a breakthrough moment, or it's also a time for us to reiterate our values, our boundaries, just so people know going forward, and new people who are joining the Discord. We're still going to do something special for the first 100 members. I think we're probably like up to the 80s by now. And it's been a very active, like, tight-knit Discord. Jimmy's on it all the time. Like, it's been, I don't know, I really like it, and people are posting their art. And everyone come back next week with 5 things you're grateful for. You know, post it in the Discord. Train your eyes to seek beauty, like, and really, you know,
and
like,
train your eyes, train your brain to see the beauty and the love and everything also. Like, and hi, Danny, I see you in there. Alex Jones wants to let everyone know he sells bottles of his bath water.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And also shout out Kim Dog and Giggler for being in the audience. I'm around tomorrow and Friday. If you guys need help moving, I told Cam Dog I'd be around. And it's true, there's a loneliness epidemic. There's a crisis between the sexes, sex relations that are an all-time low in developed countries. Like,
I definitely agree with that. A lot of
bad.
men, those things can be 100% factual. Men don't get that type of attention that they want or that they yearn for. But it's not even
online. It's hard.
I'm not saying a but as in there's a but to your answer, but I'm saying, but at the same time, that doesn't give a right, man right to fucking flash his dick just because you're not getting attention. Go fucking buy. Like, obviously, I don't stand for that shit, but I don't know. But shout out to you, Ron Mac. You are. He actually found me in the discovery page a few days ago, and he's been popping up
hey,
on my channel. And he actually very, very cool. I would love to speak more with you, Ron Mac. I know the last time you were up on the panel, we didn't get to. I know that's not what Ron Mac was saying universal. I was just saying that's what came to mind. But anyways, I just want to shout out to you because when you came up on the panel, I didn't really get to speak to you all like I wanted to because there's crazy people up on my panel all the time. But yeah, come up please the next time. And
King, you're fine. King, I'm not mad. It's not you didn't do anything. I'm just stating, like, I love you. I love your I think you have great energy and I love when you come up on like panel and stuff. But I also for this show, like the way I act maybe on Celebrity Sunday or like my other shows is gonna have a different, like more crazy vibe than this show. I try to keep it. So I just want people to know it's like I like being kind of out there and crazy and raunchy, like whatever. It's just a matter of place and time. And like how much and when, and you're fine, King. We're just speaking broadly. So this isn't a personal attack at anyone but the Flasher, really. And we're using this as an example.
It's not even an attack. It's not even an attack towards you either. Just do better. Don't be doing that nasty shit. Like,
yeah. Well, anything else? I guess that's it. And we will see you guys next week.
I was gonna say no, but at the same time, what the heck was I about to say? Valentine's Day is Friday, Ruby. So if you don't work, I'm more than most likely going to be having a panel. I need you up there. So
it only makes sense, dude.
Either which way, you can stream it to your audience.
I'm like 80% sure I'm free for that, but yes. But we will talk. I'm gonna hit end stream. Thank you so much, everyone. We had a good turnout.
Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, subscribe and like Ruby SpaceX channel, Riding High with Low channel. We appreciate you guys so much. We love you all, but God loves you more. And shout out to everybody that tuned in today. It's been one hell of a show for sure.
Yes, and we'll see you next week.